Welcome to House Common Blood, where strangers are family. Every episode contains graphic content, including, but not limited to, copious amounts of blood, unnecessary cursing, death of all ages, be they infants or immortals, fantasy drug use, nudity, mentions of sex, and sound effects of various qualities. We cannot stress enough that this is mature content with adult themes. You have been warned. Be fruitful and become many.
All right. Welcome to House Common Blood. I'm Gray, your DM and host. We're a D&D 5 ER podcast 2024. Currently playing the adventure Hangmen Worms of Frostheart. Hey, name's coming into play today. The story follows a group of misfits facing sentient calamities threatening to destroy the world, led by a Genasi army called the Rebirth Bastion. Most of the monsters I use are created by Oh Hi Mark. You can support his Patreon, although everything he makes is free. The music in our games is curated by D&D Breakfast Club on YouTube, with credit to each respective artist. I'm joined here today by Mega. I'm joined here by Omega.
Oh, sorry. That was my bad. It's like I was doing the whole thing. It's just like, oh, whoops, I did mute myself.
One more time.
It's like Hello, I am Mega, and I play Eddie, the Autoboy Triton Blaster class. I also used to play Eddie, but...
We don't talk about Eddie anymore. God rest his soul. As well as Nita.
Hello, Nita here. I play Aaliyah Oblak, the human cleric sorcerer.
As well as Moo.
Hello, I play Seer, the alchemist artificer that's always on fire and is hated by everybody. Nice to meet you all.
And finally, Tyler.
Hello. Good to be back here again. I'm Tyler, and I'm playing the current resident weirdo of the party, who I'm not certain we've given the name of yet, so that might be a bit of an unfortunately reoccurring bit. The seemingly reborn mystery of a character.
All right. Let's dig into a couple things before we get started here with the recap. So first and foremost, let me talk about the challenge boons. I tweaked it a little bit just to make them a little bit more meaningful towards what you guys are doing here. First and foremost, one of the first boons I'm going to be giving you guys is there is going to be a objective in this encounter towards saving civilians. If you guys didn't choose to, spend time to evacuate citizens and help key personnel, since you've dedicated a lot of time to doing that, the defenseless citizens are evacuated from the street. It will no longer be an issue. You have full throttle to focus on your enemies. The party will also get, in this encounter, a mob of Sea Elves, 10 plus. I wanted to tie in all the charisma-based roles, benefits that you guys got. So I'm going to say as follows. The party has advantage on all charisma-based checks in Frostheart with all Sea Elves. And finally, from the combat, the party is owed a reasonable, I'm going to be very very strict with that. You are owed a reasonable favor for sparing the lives of centaurs from the centaur community. There is one more boon, but I'm going to keep that as a little bit of a secret post-combat. Towards the 2024 DMG, we're going to be implementing rules as we go along here. Potions are a bonus action, along with practically most consumables. We'll be using mob rolls for a large collection of creatures. And we're going to be using rules such as degrees of success and failure and a success with cost. We'll go over each one of those scenarios as they pop up. But I'm going to try to implement as much as I can from DMG sparing variant rules, such as training. We're fine. We don't need to train to level up. Just give it to you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should mention from the book. I'm sure I'll mention it in the future, but I'm going to try my best to reference and use the rules from it. All right. So let's move on here. Who can give me a recap of what the hell happened? You know what? Tyler, go.
So there was this really cool thing that happened, and then
I really hope you watch the video. You should be able to recap it. Come on.
Hold on.
Let me kidding. You're fine. Don't fucking bother. You're cool.
Let's say where's my tissues? I need to wipe the sweat.
Aluya, what the hell happened last session?
So okay, we got our bearings together.
Yeah.
With the Longneck Tribe, they were like, chill out, people. Seriously.
Save Camelou.
And Eddie sussed out Jelly 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had to act like nothing was going down. So we moved on, trying to.
God, wouldn't it be fucked civilians. Up? Wouldn't it be fucked up if I had like a third doppelganger or like a third like shapeshifter for Gelenua? Just to work in threes. Go on.
So
well, actually, they'd be working in fours at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. There you go.
So we go on trying to save people, making our way to the prison tower. We reach it, and only to find that the guards are asleep, and there's people missing from the prison, the jails, except for one dude. So he's like, "Let me go," and we were like, "Nah." We're like, "Tell us what happened first," and then he was like, "Okay." So he tells us that a wet, cloaked figure did some shenanigans and opened the lock for a specific prisoner. That prisoner took a potion, and they disappeared into the night. We were talking with this new individual we'll call Galen, right?
Galvin.
Galvin or
Yep.
Gallon?
Galvin.
Yep. Oh, there's a V. I gotta fix my notes.
Yeah, no problem. Don't worry, I'm bound to change the name 4 to 5 times.
It's a D. It's Gadlin.
It's a Goliath. And we were talking, and he knows Gelenua, or seems interested in Gelenua or her well-being.
No, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. And from that point, Eddie took over, and he was like, "Listen, bitch, we know you ain't who you say you are. The jig is up." And so they reveal themselves, and they start beefing with Aluya for no apparent reason.
I think they made their reason pretty apparent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, foiling an assassination isn't child's play. Like, it's not like you spilt their coffee or anything.
It's like a them problem. They didn't do a good job.
Is biased. All right, that's in my notes.
And
like,
so
Mega put it best. Like, Nita has a yandere. Do with that as you will.
I do. And so they did not like their foiled assassination attempt, but mind you, it wasn't just me, it was myself and Mavet, but they had no problems with Mavet apparently. Just Oluya. And they were conflicted about trying to kill Oluya or date Oluya. And so they left it off. They're going
To
to
say it
follow...
verbatim, Nita, they want to have a day and night with you. And they just want to talk.
So they are going to fight eventually. And we all gather together to move across, figure stuff out, and then out pops this worm thing.
Out of nowhere.
I don't know.
Who could have guessed there would be a worm in Frostheart? Gasp. Give yourself 40-10. That was pretty accurate. I like it.
We probably should get tested after this, though.
The extra D10 is the amount of interruptions I gave you. There you go.
Money!
Money. Also,
about the money.
Rakuzin is gone. Probably banging a tree or something. I'm not gonna do the bit. Getting lazy with it. All right. Like we didn't feed him. We locked him in the basement, and he's pounding wood.
So hard.
I'm just excited to get back into it here. So let's bring the map back. Let's just have a look right here. Just beautiful look. Let's change that music. It's something going here. All right. So to set the scene. So to set the scene, imagine like the camera is panning towards the wall. We've seen this wall throughout the entirety of Frostheart. It is a 200-foot some odd wall. The camera is panning down. And as it's panning down, like it swooshes past like a silhouetted figure climbing the wall, then another figure climbing the wall, then another, until we see dozens, hundreds of black figures climbing the wall by hand. And what's strange is it's almost clockwork as they move at the exact same motion, exact same time. And eventually we come down to the ice garden where all the sculptures were and is completely barren and empty. Camera zooms back to the worm as it's coiling up in the smoke that is kicked up. Rain is beginning to drizzle on it. You hear the hissing of water against fire and steam begin to rise. Elves are lining up the streets with you, bows in hand. On the roof, on the street level, everyone is looking at this creature as it begins to... You hear its mandibles click, then it begins to roar, and then we roll for initiative.
It rolls a nat 20 and just starts eating us all.
Oh yeah.
I would not be shocked.
You lucky
Oh, wow.
sons of bitches.
Apparently it did the opposite. We eat it now.
Well, I do have to point out one thing.
Yeah.
Since Mavet is incapacitated, he does have to roll initiative with disadvantage.
I'll roll one more d20 and compare it.
I'm sorry, I love the creative word for mum, because a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's mom, but it's like, no, mum's the word.
Yep, thank you.
I will also say, though, that since apparently there's no restriction on this as far as incapacitation or not, when Mavet rolls initiative that with his level of monk, he can choose to once per long rest, restore all of his focus points, and then also roll his martial arts die and regain hit points equal to his monk level plus the result of that die.
Yep, if he chooses to do that, which I assume he will, you may go right ahead and update the sheet. All right. So while you're getting that handled, again, like initiative is beginning to start. It is Galvin the Exiled who goes first. Moomin, what does Galvin do? And let me describe him as you're thinking about the action. We see that he is now outfitted with armor during his escape from prison. He gathered up all of his things. And sorry. Let me bring that back. Let me show you guys what he looks like. We see this Goliath with war paint, this almost silver-like armor with a gold trimming. It is a heavy armor, and he holds a halberd, and there's a tassel, or multiple tassels of various colors of red, yellow, and green. He's going full Rasta. And you see him just holding it in both hands. There's aurora about him. I will protect friends of Julenua! What does he do?
So, if he is a warrior that's kind of like not afraid to go forward, I also can imagine he's not an idiot that would just charge at an enemy like this. He probably would basically put himself in a spot where he would front line, if I would be able to predict that correctly.
Yeah, or he can delay as well to survey the situation. It's up to you.
Well, the main thing he would do, and I'm going to actually do that kind of idea, is that they're going to move. If I don't have my screen just suddenly do that to me. Give me a moment. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Control Z. Thank you. It's because you have both tokens selected. Yeah.
I realized that. All right, so they are going to step forward. That's the farthest they will go. They will use their main action. In this case, honestly, the smartest action in this case would be preparing a dodge, so that they're just analyzing the situation. If this creature barrels through and tries to attack, they can respond with their reaction. But their main thing is that they're going to dodge. And
all right.
I can't really go letting off a bonus action yet because I'd like to have that bonus action. Well, you can't stack reactions. So I am going to have him just be ready to rumble right there, being cautious and dodge. So any attacks against him will be at disadvantage.
Okay. Just for everyone's knowledge, he has aurora around him. It feels like you'll be protected in that aurora. Funny joke. He is a paladin, and that blue highlight represents his emanation. All right. Let's move on to the next person in initiative here. Well, actually, let me put someone who is missing on the initiative before I get too carried away here. They don't need to roll. They're going to act on initiative 20. Now we'll reveal them. All right. It is up to you guys what you want them to do. Would you like the elf militia to delay or immediately assault the creature?
My vote would be delay because we need them to see if they'll charge the closest target or they'll attack anything that is hitting them first. That's my vote.
And just so I have this on recording, I'm going to repeat this one more time. Assume that they are everywhere. Assume that they are lair action, like they will not be hurt by the worm or the creature. Imagine they are in the background helping you guys. They will actually do damage, but they will be following mob rules. But so far, I'm hearing one person say, like, hold the action. Anyone else?
Oh, sorry, you go first.
I would probably also delay, mostly because we
Okay.
don't know what this creature does yet. It's like, so if we can possibly delay any of its more like devastating abilities while we're still setting ourselves up, that probably wouldn't be
Okay.
the worst idea.
All right. Also, remind me if a mob like base template has a multi-attack, would it use a multi-attack with a successful hit? It's a little wishy-washy there because I'm not sure, because that sounds like a slippery slope to me.
I haven't had the chance to look at the detailed rules for that, so I can't actually say for certain.
Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna make a hard and fast ruling right here for now. I'm going to say mobs will not be able to use multi-attack just to save me the amount of dice I have to roll. But again, I'll reference in the future and update actions to be appropriate for a singular attack when it comes to mobs.
Like, what does the multi-attack feature actually say for that block?
It's the default template for multi-attack. It's not the current. It's not up to the current 2024, so I can't really rely on it.
Okay, you're referring to like the previous mob rules. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there was new ones.
No, not yet. Unfortunately, there's no there's no monsters that use the template yet. Unexplored territory. Moving forward, we know what they're going to do, and I have an idea of how they're going to do it. Our dear friend Tyler, what is your character going to do? Like,
All right.
He's snapped out of his bloodlust. He's back with everyone again. You're in the background the entire time, following the party and assisting.
Yep. So first things first, he's going to pull himself together, perhaps quite literally, depending on events that happen. He might be almost folded in half, kind of walking around like a topless body. And he's going to pull himself together, and Eddie's going to watch as he clicks his feet together, and his boots of flying are going to take him up to this here rooftop right in front of him.
That's going to be you're on the wall. The wall is with nobles, high-profile people. I'm gonna say for this area, 45 feet up. That'll be the baseline.
Feet?
That'll be the baseline for buildings.
Yep. Let me just check and see what I can do for flying speed.
Just for your guys' knowledge,
equal.
for the worm, it is taller than the buildings. It is a very huge creature. Well, sorry, a very gargantuan creature. Let's use proper terms here.
I think I've only got the 30 for flying speed, so I'm actually gonna just kind of. Oh, where'd my? What?
You're moving it while I was doing something. That's fine. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah,
No
so I'm
problem.
actually gonna. Is this like kind of like an upwards, like a staircase here, leading up to like a little, like, area, like balcony up there?
Yeah. Say it
Then
goes 15
I'm
feet up.
going to. Yep. So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna spend all my movement to get to the end of the balcony here and just kind of hover above the ground and
Yeah,
wait.
just assume that the remaining 15 feet is by ladder or something to reach the rooftop.
Yep. So I'm actually gonna just kind of wait here for the moment and
Okay.
Wait and see what happens.
Seer, it's your turn. No one has injured the creature yet. And it looks like you see its silhouette in the smoke still rising. Steam is hissing from the creature. Crackling of fire within it.
We do have a paladin, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Seer goes through their bag. Very much just looks at it, seeing like if they have any remainder syringes before they have to fix their multi-tool. Sighs, pulls it out, and stabs Galvin in the neck.
What are you
And he
doing?
gets hazed. So you have to say that faster, suddenly.
I feel alive now. I feel Zathura. Her creativity. It's inspiring me. Let me paint you.
As he has a similar philosophy to one of your companions, conveniently enough.
He's stolen
Please.
my thunder.
Don't.
They
And-
have no chance against Sea Elves.
Now, keep in mind, when he said paint you, he's not talking to you. His eyes are at the worm, and you see him like holding his halberd unusually, much like an artist holding a paintbrush. Very unusual style.
Interesting. Oh,
Yep.
just so you know, he has haste.
Okay. I will put that on
So
him.
that means his AC is +2. He gets advantage on dexterity saving throws, and more importantly, he just can now start swinging like a maniac. And the concentration will go to our lovely little scamp, Spanky.
Nice. I'll put him on the map. I don't believe he needs initiative, correct? He just acts on your turn.
They usually act on the end of my turn, but I haven't. The only thing is I'm basically having them on Aaliyah.
Okay.
And then
I'll-
Seer.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I'm going to put him on the map.
That's fair, because Seer's going to walk forward,
Yep.
raise their shield up, as a bonus
Mhm.
action, drink one of their elixirs. And now I have an unconcentrated bless on them.
Okay. I'll put the bless on
And
you.
I also need a roll for temporary hit points. I just got to see if I can do it on my sheet or if I have to do it old-fashioned.
Might have to do it old-fashioned.
Gross. All right.
Gross.
Give me a moment. That means they get 11 temporary hit points.
You know, I almost put bless onto the creature. Sorry.
Don't do that.
You know when he said he did that thing? Well, he didn't.
We found out, guys. It could steal abilities.
Oh no. It's
Sorry,
another shape-shifting mimic.
So what was the bless on, or not bless? What was the temper HP on? Oh, yourself
11,
as well.
and that's for me. Yep,
Okay,
it's a
yep, you
potion.
got it.
I have bless on me, and then now it basically allows me to have the bless feature on it. So all attacks and saving throws have a 1d4.
All right. Go into the little zigzag tab and make sure that bless is toggled on your character sheet. I made sure to add it to you. All right. Anything else on your turn? Does that sound like
I am
action,
just
bonus
waiting
action
for it.
movement? Yep.
That's pretty much it. I'm preparing for myself to get my ass kicked.
Etty, get back. I am Mavet.
Well, actually, Babette,
What's he gonna
as
do?
far as I know, is
Oh
in
yeah,
a-
that's
in a-
right.
in a daze.
What was the saying? It is
Ed T, I don't
No.
feel so good.
it's not live long and prosper. That's fucking Star Trek. Be fruitful.
I am
There we go.
Groot.
Yeah, there we go.
And
You-
be
we
fruitful
hear-
and become many.
Thank you. You hear him repeating that. Be fruitful and become many. Be fruitful and become many. Be fruitful. All right. He is currently in that state. From what I understand, like it's the term he used was stunned, so I'll give him stunned. All right, and I believe that'll be the end of his turn. Eddie. He did not want to make saves. He specified that he needs to take damage before he can act.
Oh, forgot to hit him.
Well, there's no. Yeah, I was gonna say like you guys are too busy doing your own fucking thing. Like you don't have time to PvP right now. So what do you do, Eddie?
Well, I know what I'm wasting my turn on. Well, Eddie will at least do something to help himself out. So as his bonus action, he's going to blow out some smoke until there are suddenly like 3 smoky visages of himself.
Okay.
As he uses sorcery points to cast mirror image.
Hell yeah. Give you mirror
And
image.
then he's going to hit Mavet once with his staff.
All right, let's see the roll. See if you hit. Fuck it.
Where? I'm figuring out where.
Be fruitful and become many. Be fruitful and become many. Eddie must never taste my sap. Whoa, hang on. What was the last bit? Be fruitful and become many. No. Before that.
Does he have sap?
Yes, that is canonical, unfortunately.
Huh.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, you know what? I don't
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if we ever did actually add the packed weapon thing.
Let me double check your sheet. Something I can do. This looks yeah, it's fine. Just add the appropriate modifier.
D20 it is.
Yes, D20.
Oh shoot! Isn't that hit going to be a crit because he's stunned? Or
No,
Am I
you're
thinking
thinking
wrong?
paralyzed.
ah?
But you
Still a
have
horrible
reminded me that I
condition.
have advantage.
So thank you.
Look, I
can
don't
I
want
say?
to miss.
Yeah,
And the
I know.
purpose is to actually hit him.
Yeah.
I started off in VTM. Helping out in PvP is kind of my thing.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so that's going to be shoot, because now I had to close the sheet, and I have not reminded myself if my charisma stat changed or not. Oh yeah, it's a +5.
Yep. It's
That's
definitely a hit.
that's gonna be a D6 +7. Hopefully it rolls low.
You're a hot roller, buddy. I'll apply the damage.
Okay, that's pretty okay. I rolled a 2 on a D6, so 9. So like Eddie just like, all right, nope, time to wake up. as he grips his wood between his hands and whacks it in Mavet's face. Did I disconnect?
No,
Or did it just
no,
get
you're
quiet
good.
in here?
No, we hear
Okay.
you. Gray, you die?
Oh,
Somebody
fuck!
smoke
I
alarm
was
is.
I was doing something really fucking cool, and I muted myself because my adorable puppy is noisy as hell. All right, one more time. Like as you hit him, like I described the worm, there is a smoke in a silhouette of the worm, and he takes an unnatural and unneeded breath to right himself. And there's a ripple through the smoke, like a rock in the pond. And you just see his eyes begin to glow. I am ready, Eddie.
Yeah, we can have a therapy session later for whatever that was.
I do not eat therapy, but thank you. Would you like to change your position or do anything else?
Actually can't quite tell. Am I behind something or am I just up against the building right? Oh, there's
You're
an
up
alley right
against.
there.
Yeah, you're up against a building right next to Nelly. It goes 15 feet up.
Just in
So you're-
case it has like a cone ability or something.
Good guess.
At least like for a building to block a cone.
Yeah, that's good. If that's the end of your turn, we'll move on to Aluya.
Yep.
All right, Aluya.
Okay.
You're
So
right
we're gonna
next to
move-
your girlfriend. They look. Actually, is there a gender neutral like relationship status? Like, there's boyfriend girlfriend. What is there a third one?
Significant other.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say that. So the
Or SO for short.
Yeah, the SO. Your SO is watching you carefully, and you see that her priority in this combat is ensuring your safety. Above all else, she will not help anyone else.
Okay. Kind of ignoring the glances she gives.
It's hungry.
It's
You know,
time for everyone.
let's have a look at her. Hang on.
Mm.
Let's have a nice look at her. You see that she has an iridescent blade. She's given up the form of Gelenua. She wears like a mixture of medium armor, and you see that it moves without clanking, and a black cowl, cloak, white pallid skin, and hair with black lipstick. She's not bothering to hide from you anymore.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the bestest little dude. I'm taking out Trollkin. And
Okay.
I'm going to expend 6 charges on Troll Friends Rally.
Okay.
And is everybody within a 30-foot radius of me?
Just make sure you don't need to see them. They just need to be within the radius. I can't remember what I wrote.
Yep, it has to be within the radius.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Everyone's within the radius.
Okay. That works. So, let me read it off because...
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to expend 6 charges as an action. You can expend 6 charges to let out a rallying cry, inspiring your allies to fight on despite their wounds. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet of you gains 66 plus your wisdom modifier and temporary hit points. And we all get advantage on our attack rolls for 1 minute. And each creature also gains advantage on strength saving throws and dexterity saving throws. The
And
effect ends
yeah.
when they lose their temp hit points.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Once you lose those temporary hit points, the advantage ends along with the advantage for strength saving throws as well.
So
What does it
how
look
much
like?
temp hit points do we get?
66 plus my wisdom. I don't even remember what my wisdom is anymore.
Yeah, just make the roll, and we'll apply to all the characters.
66.
advantage on attack. It's phenomenal.
I wonder
I
if
have
I
to
can.
check because it won't stack with my temp HP. I had to pick the higher.
Oh, absolutely not. Yep, 23. Well, even if it's lower,
27.
I'd recommend going with
Yeah,
it.
27 hit points.
27.
Nice.
I'll take care of the NPCs. Everyone take care of their own character sheets. What does this look like?
So as I move out to get more space, to make sure I get everyone, I just kind of take out Trollkin from out my cleavage and kind of fluff up his hair. And with that, like this sonic wave, silent, kind of shoots out, but you can see it ripple across. And everyone feels really good, and everyone wants to hug Aluya.
Are you sure you don't want to include the Pyreworm in that?
No, not particularly. And we're going to move. My
Okay.
last bit. 5, 10, 15, 20. Boop.
You see, as you do that, you see Mum, the changeling that you become acquainted with, she holds herself like she's in a straitjacket, giving herself a self-hug and moving herself back and forth after that explosion of friendship. And you see a slight blush.
Oh my goodness, you weren't joking. She is a yandere.
All right. And that's the end of your turn.
That's all I got.
It would be Mum's turn. But God, am I a man of foreshadowing. Aluya, you'd be the first one to hear this. You hear heavy footsteps behind you. Thump, 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 thump. Then Seer and Galvin from the split in the Y intersection here. From each street, you hear the same thing. Thump, 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 thump. It sounds like a group of people are entering the scene here. And you see
Do you hear the people singing the
Yep.
songs of angry men?
Yep. So you see that the constructs that were used for pulling Nereus's carriage along with other manual labor around town are moving. And they have a yellow glow to their eyes. And they all speak at once. You have done enough. There is no more interference. This ends now. And as he says, now. Seer, you see the ones on the right side. You see their eyes begin to flicker from yellow to blue. And you just hear now, 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 now. And you see that half the group turns blue-eyed. The other group is yellow-eyed. And you see them destroying each other, ripping each other to shreds.
A lot of self-hate there, I imagine, yes.
Yes, and this is reminding you of... This glow is reminding you of the alchemy shop. Whatever you guys were talking to, it seemed that you put a good impression onto that individual, and they are assisting you in this moment. And I'm going to tell you that the one on the right is going to be considered paralyzed in terms of this combat as this interference is happening. Now, let me tell you this, you. Throughout this combat, there are going to be more and more of these creatures being added to these mobs. And they are going to be coming from each of these respected locations. I am going to make the drawings clear to all of you. As the combat continues on Initiative 20, like one statue is going to be added to each one of these mobs. And they are going to try to keep moving forward, and new mobs will begin to form. It is up to you guys whether you want to combat, stall, or create choke points, but this is going to be an additional threat on top of taking down the worm. We're going to be using mob rolls for their attacks. They will act on Initiative 10. They've just appeared, used all their movement. You recognize them as a threat now. And I'll set them at 10. The elves have still not acted yet. They can assist with this as well, along with the NPCs. It is Mum's turn. And you see her looking around, clocks Aluya, and you see her dash forward and go onto a platform, an elevated platform up here, crawling up about 15 feet up in the air. And you see her knocking an arrow. She does not attack because it looks like she's looking for someone to get in position before she makes an attack. So she's going to ready an action towards a trigger of an ally getting within 5 feet of the creature. Well, a creature, I should say. It is the Pyreworm's turn. You hear its mandibles beginning to clack. And it begins to burrow. Just making sure that I'm reading this correctly. Yep, all right. Understood. It burrows underground. And... yeah. A couple things are going to happen. As it begins to burrow underground, we need a dexterity save.
Not a problem because
Yeah.
I gave them haste to get advantage on their dexterity saving throws.
You have a +3.
They
And I believe Aurora Protection also affects the Paladin themselves. Is that correct?
Yes.
I
Correct.
believe so. Yep. So dexterity save for him as well is going to be +3.
So I will roll his first, but this will be at advantage.
Okay. Yep. Roll his first. It will be +3 with it as well. Yeah, you see it beginning to burrow, and I will reveal a trait. Wow. They succeed. And this is going to be a tactic the creature is going to be using here. It is called Earthquaker. When the worm burrows 30 feet or fewer below the surface, you see like a 10-foot wide, 10-foot fissure open at the surface above where it passes. Nah. I can't use that because it would... I'm still going to keep the movement and the general idea. We're going to keep the saving throw because the saving throw needs to be used for the next action. Again, it doesn't quite work because I didn't quite pass you guys. I'm 5 feet short.
Wow, that doesn't look right. Hold on, let me take a look.
Yeah. You still need a dexterity saving throw for what I'm going to do next here, but I'm just going to backpedal a little bit. You guys are aware now that, again, when this creature does burrow, it can create pitfalls under a certain depth.
You should have advantage on that.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Give me a moment.
Just roll an additional d20. So I'm going to backpedal a little bit.
Oh, that's why.
It burrows its speed and then it bursts from underground. We see it thrashing with the flurry of debris. Let me see if anyone else has to make this dexterity save. Actually, let's see. Okay. Just Eddie. Eddie, I need a dexterity saving throw from you and Mavet. Just make that really quick. And I'll tell you guys what's happening here.
Is this a situation where we are benefiting from cover?
Yeah, I'll grant it. That makes sense. It's exploding out of the ground right now, and the building is covering you from the debris. So yes, you do have cover. I will say, see the line of sight here. I'll give you both the benefits of half cover here. All right, while you're doing that, we're going to talk about Terror of the Deep. All right, let's see. All right, so it's 23 from Galvin, 19 from you, and that's with the +3 with the Aurora, correct?
Yes, I was trying to take a look at my stats. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
One's a bless. Technically be a 20 because I was not supposed to roll another bless. I was trying to roll just one bless, but it rolled a 2, which would cancel out the -1, so it'd still be a 20 or 19, so it works out.
A 20 or 19, gotcha. Understood. All right, Eddie. Yep. Understood. I just need Mavet. Move on here. I'll start doing the damage because it's going to be half damage. No one has fallen prone yet. Okay. All right. 18. Satisfied with that roll?
I mean, he can't do anything more
Understood.
to alter it.
All right. Everyone passes. Mavet fails. He will be prone. So we see this Pyreworm explode from the ground, wreathed in fire, and everyone but Mavet takes not that much.
I do have
it'll be
a funny thought.
Yeah.
I know it's a saving throw. I was hoping to be an attack
Yep.
roll, but I just love the idea of this idea I was hoping to deal.
Oh, don't worry. It'll get to the attack roll here. So it starts off with
Okay.
exploding out of the ground. 16 points of bludgeoning damage to all creatures except Mavet. I'll be applying the damage to Mavet here. He will take
Myself
32
included?
points of damage. No, only the people that made the saving throw. All right. Everyone else, please apply the damage to your own sheets. Thank you for taking care of the NPC. But yeah, it starts off with this explosion of debris, and now I have to decide, because no one has attacked it yet, which one is going to go after here. Because in addition, with making this ability, it's going to use its bonus action to make one bite.
Eat me, motherfucker, from like a Men in Black. Eat me!
Would you like to be eaten?
Is the terror thing as part of its part of its action?
Yes, the terror is its action, and as a part of using that ability, it can use its bonus action to make a bite attack. It is a recharge ability.
Gray?
Okay,
I
sorry.
feel
For some
really
reason, I thought you were
bad.
saying implying it was going to do more stuff on its action.
No. That too much. This is enough.
Gray, I feel
Yeah.
really bad to bring this up when Recusant isn't here, but that bite attack can only be made against a creature that failed the save.
Bonus
True.
action.
The thing is,
That
are they in
makes
range?
sense. It more than likely has the reach, but I can double check.
Just have to be fair.
No,
How far
absolutely.
away is it? Yep.
If we
How
can
far away is
not
it?
have him get eaten
No,
alive, that'd be great.
Give yourself inspiration.
I already have it. I
Okay.
did this for nothing. I passed it on to someone else.
You can pass off that dirty inspiration to someone else. It will be attacking a recusant then with a bite.
Great. Aluya, take my guilt.
Take my guilt. All right. It will be attacking with advantage.
Technically, Bobette did this to himself.
He did.
My bad. I forgot I was
Because otherwise,
muted.
he would have had a turn to at least try to set up things to protect himself.
I have
26
inspiration. Pass it along again.
Seer, take my guilt.
Okay.
Okay. 26 to hit. I assume it's a hit.
That does hit Bobette.
I might kill his character. Let's go off with the damage first. I'll apply the damage. All right, it's going to start off with 13 damage. We're not done yet.
Wait, there's more.
Oh yeah, there's more. This is nasty. All right, we see it begin
gonna get
to
eaten.
yeah, we see it begin to bite. Mavet needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Actually, point of order.
Yep.
What? Because it's currently attacking from a range, right?
Is currently attacking from 10 feet. That's correct.
Yeah. So because he's anything but 5 feet away from Mavet, that roll should have been made with disadvantage since Mavet was knocked prone.
Understood. Gotcha. I'll go with the lesser of two rolls. It was 9.
Yeah.
I still believe that's a hit. Let me deduct it really quick. That's a minus 3, 23.
Yeah, so it does still hit,
Understood.
but keeping
Good.
that in
Yeah,
mind
good.
in the future.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, no, it's very strange circumstances that you don't see a lot, but it's cool to see. All right, I need a dexterity saving throw from him. As this bite is coming in, the fire is wreathing around his body like a pyre and is ready to swallow him. And see what I did there?
Dexterity save, you said?
Yep, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it is now a straight dexterity since he's lost his trollkin points. Nine.
Oh my god. Anyone want to say anything before I move on?
What have I done?
You could give him inspiration.
That's why I'm waiting.
Yeah, actually.
You
Take
give
that
up your
back, see where it
inspiration?
is now. Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I do. I will give
Reroll.
up my own inspiration for that.
Reroll.
That's probably still not enough, but
It's not.
considering the last save.
At
Yep.
least I can assuage my own guilt. I feel nothing now.
Okay.
I just feel like the meanest thing I could do is that if he's in there, I enlarge him and blow up the worm.
And unfortunately, like, the thing that could save him, the Aurora, is outside of the reach. Does not get a +3, does not get any benefits here. Any lot. Yep, any
What's the fire damage? Or
Yeah,
if
no,
I'm assuming it's fire damage.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. There is going to be fire damage, and just making sure I'm doing things proper here. All right, it's going to be 66 fire damage. All right, that's going to be 22. I'll apply that to his sheet.
I'll go ahead and at least give him a push in here. He will use his reaction to cast absorb elements on himself.
Excellent. That would be 11 back. All right, at 11. All right.
I'll go ahead and take the spell slot off.
Understood. I feel sick. Sick! Hang on. Just making sure I'm doing everything step by step here. He is blinded and restrained. I'm reading through a large block of text. I'll add blinded, restrained. All right, let's look. Make sure I didn't do that damage too early. Okay, never mind. Let's backpedal a little bit. Give him back that additional 11. I did that additional damage way too early. All right. One more thing. Okay, understood. That's all that's happening right now. I'm going to take Mavet away. For our case and purposes, I'm going to put him to the south of the worm to represent that he is within the stomach. You guys see Mavet's silhouette get consumed by the fire and fall into the creature's stomach, and it crackles and roars. Roar!
Also, I'm
trying
going to
to-
be highly judging him for a moment here. I
Okay.
just noticed that he decided to prepare find traps as one of his prepared spells.
Okay. It is a gargantuan creature, and we got 2 people within its space. Trying to remember off the top of my head. Is it a large enough size category for small or medium creatures to be within its space? Yeah,
I think it has to be
presume
2 sizes bigger, but I don't know if that changed with the updated rules.
Can't remember.
Sorry,
off the top of my head.
if I recall correctly, like it can't willingly end its turn in that space. But I think like if it has no choice, I think it's I'm actually gonna. Where's my thing?
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a moment because it might give you guys a boon here. I'll have a look as well.
I mean, the thing is, I'm already having this moment where I have an NPC that is now given haste, advantage, and is a paladin. And they can burn their bonus action to even give themselves even more advantage. So it's like this super advantage situation where it's like there's no way they can miss.
Okay. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Take one look here. Just to make sure we're doing things by the book. Alright, combat, movement, and position. Creature size.
Yeah, moving around other creatures.
Tiny or of any larger size than the other creature.
Okay, so since it's larger than
works.
Mobed, then or larger than whoever's in the space.
Yeah, we're still doing it good, but it's good to keep that in the back of our heads. Before we move on, what are the elves doing? Because it's about to reach back to their turn. Like, are they going to be taking halting some of the statues here, or are they going to try to attack the worm?
Well, apparently they tried. Apparently they didn't get a chance to, or they weren't able to delay the worm. Because that's the thing that we wanted them to do before, but it didn't do anything.
Okay, yeah. Well, hang on. That was just missed through the weeds. I'm gonna give you guys benefit here. Let's see the damage again going against the worm. All right. Let me just see the threshold here. Understood. And it is 10. 7 of them hit. We see a volley of arrows going after the worm. We hear, like, again, in the elven tongue, you know, aim! Assist them! Help the heroes! Help them! We're just going to do straight damage. Since it's 7, I'm going to add right, normal. Yeah, and we see like 29 damage coming in here. As like a volley of arrows hits. The Pyreworm is embedded with arrows, and its fire-like inside is crackling and making all the shafts pop as it makes contact with its skin. Again, like I assume you guys would have them attack the worm one more time, or again, like we going after the statues. Just want to make sure if you guys are sticking with the same order. Assume that it got on to round 2.
I mean, I'm not sure how other people are feeling, but if we could possibly mitigate the number of enemy statues, that would probably be... Because if those things are going to grow every turn...
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and let me be clear. I said initiative 20. I'm thinking initiative 10, again, to give you guys a bit more time here. It seems more fair. At initiative 10, they'll always grow by 1, and they'll begin to start acting on that turn. So you guys can choose which one you want to go with. I'm going to say the top right, again, is paralyzed. That is from your friend on the other side. As they begin to fight, and you just hear Quagmire just saying, "What are you doing?" Helping. All right. Which statues would you guys like to go after?
Perhaps we should go after the top left since we don't have anybody there, and the other thing at the top is slowed down, so we can spend more time focusing on the worm and having our seems like changeling companion and perhaps somebody else helping out with that group down there.
Yeah, because the ones that we can't personally deal with. So yeah, or we're currently not able to deal with, I should say.
Okay. Which one was that? Sorry, I was reading something.
The one's not paralyzed
top
at the
left.
top of the map.
Understood. Let me look at their AC. Actually, I'm pretty sure most of them should hit that. Okay. Yeah, that's 9 out of 10. We see a volley of arrows going against the statues. Okay. Attacking. And I said 9, so that's 8d8. The roll. See 52 damage going through. And you see they're focus firing on one statue. It's missing an arm and a leg and is hobbling forward. You see that they almost destroyed one of the statues. All right. It is Galvin's turn. What is Galvin doing? Moo.
I hear you. Sorry, I just had a puppy. All right.
Yep, understood.
So the worm's right there, right?
Yep.
Let's see. I think Galvin is a very powerful foe.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to use it to gain advantage right now because currently he already has advantage.
Yep.
Right?
He has advantage.
Everybody does. Well, except for Malvet.
No.
I feel it.
All right. I think we just got to keep it simple. Technically, he has a multi-attack of 2 swings, but he could do 3 swings because of
Okay.
haste. And he could do 4 swings because he has his polearm mastery attack.
Yep.
So we're just going to crit fish now.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to press this 3 times and see what we get. This will be at advantage.
Okay. Won't do the first attack. Let's see what happens here.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Speaking of crit fishing.
All right.
Let's first do if I get another one.
Okay. The second one is a miss. But like I said, you may have wanted to reconsider, but thankfully you missed. Let's talk about its next ability. Like as you hit with a melee attack against it, we see its body begin to bubble and boil, and you feel like a sauna around you. And although to Seer it is refreshing, to your other allies, even the one inside, you see an explosion of fire. This is without a save. Mavet will take 46 fire damage, and so will Galvin.
He's still protected by absorb elements, so he'll only take half.
Awesome. That is a
Oh,
fucking
that's kind of
baller
gross.
move. Oh yeah.
That means. Oh, I was saying this because it's
Yeah.
the fact that if the creature hits it, now the creature inside of it, that's straight up going to make it so we murder him.
If
Only
you hit
with melee
melee.
attacks.
Oh, I don't mean Galvin. I mean like Mavet.
Oh, what am I doing? Add 10. I accidentally took off 20.
Because I was
yeah,
about to say like with
half.
Mavet. Oh shoot.
Yeah. It is an issue. Like I
Oh, wait,
mentioned.
so-
Yep.
When you say a creature that touches the worm, so
Touches
okay,
or
I'm-
hits with a melee attack.
reason why I'm being careful with
Oh.
the wording is because
Yep. No,
It
that's
wouldn't
good.
affect Malvet. He's already under effect.
Yep. No, you are right. I will give that back. Because I'm applying it because he's inside the body. Like, it should be only the creature that procs it. Thank you. Give yourself a inspiration.
All right, cool.
You can hand it
let's
off.
Yeah, you have inspiration, Seer.
I will give it back to the person that caused Malvet to be stuck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, my guilt
Here's your
is
guilt back.
Yes. Well, I really do appreciate it. We do need to split hairs, and I just want to try not to have misunderstandings. And like that, it's important that we do things right with this particular creature.
Well, of course
But
you
yes.
appreciate it, Gray.
Yes, 20 damage to Galvin. Please apply it for me.
Okay, so I took away the HP, temp HP, so there we go.
Yep.
How many
All
times
right,
does
well-
this sword dude hit?
Well,
Only
first things
once.
first, let's roll the damage
Yeah.
for this third one, for this first crit.
Yeah.
He should have
Which mean-
27 temp HP, no?
He got hit for half the damage with the terror from the deep. So it's
Ah.
a 16 plus 20. Yeah, it's over.
So what I'm going to do, so let's first do this damage.
Hmm.
Because he's also going to smite,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
which
Third
means
level?
that'll turn it into, that'll make it 46.
At 46 on top, there is an additional D8 of damage that he has as a passive. So it should be 5d8.
Right, so
To start
I'm
off
trying to
with
make
before
sure.
the critical.
Wait, sorry, which dice did you just say, Moomin?
Oh, sorry, no, you're right. 8d8, my bad. I said 8d6. My brain was doing fireball.
Just to clarify before you get ahead of yourself, just put down 48 for the circumstantial dice and press critical. It will naturally double the dice.
Oh, okay, 48. But you said
Yes, yeah.
5.
Yeah, I'm explaining to everyone else that in total it will be 5d8, so people don't look at the numbers weirdly enough. He has a passive d8 for his attacks. Or a passive d8 of radiant damage with his weapon. Yeah, so
Because he's
please-
level 11 or above.
Yeah, replicated in simple means. Yeah, so please do the attack.
It's just angry with me.
Yeah, got you. But again, let's
There
figure
we
this
go.
out. Oh Jesus, let me double check that.
Oh.
Yep, that's 2d10. That's 8d8. I'm pretty sure it's missing 2d8 here. Let me double check. You sure you did 48 on top of it?
I did 48, so that's why it's 8d8. So that means 2d8 extra then.
Yep, 2d8
Does he
extra.
have a smite? That'd be great.
Yes, that is his smite. So we just see like a charge. Roll the 2d8. We see a charge, a sheen go through his glaive as he raises it up, and you see just a manic expression on his face. You will be beautiful. Paint my legend. And we see him swing down with his glaive. Or his halberd, I should say. And as it comes down, like fire, like napalm, begins to bubble the cobblestone ground and melt the ice as they take 69 damage from that hit.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
Now, as
We already
like
like this
these
character.
abilities work, does that mean that the creature needs to make a con save to hold Maved in?
I will double check. Hang on. Let me see for regurgitation from outside. Okay.
Usually there's a footnote about...
There is a
if-
footnote for escape, especially when in relations to damage, but not from the outside.
It doesn't specifically say... Wait, it specifically says that the damage has to come from the inside?
It needs to come from the inside. That is what it says verbatim.
But that means then
that is
he's
unusual.
restrained and blind. That's what makes it kind of hard.
Okay, who's gonna willingly get... I'm just gonna say eaten by the fireworm. To help
Raise his hand.
get out.
Mm. Mm. I'm trying to decide if I want to make a addendum to this.
How about this? I have a good
I mean,
way
it sounds
for
like
you
it's just
to-
an oversight.
What you
Yeah.
can do, Gray, is that you could just look at a purple worm and see what they wrote, because purple worms have a similar ability.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah, no, I'm gonna side on an oversight with this. It will make a Constitution saving throw to keep Mavet in, and again, I will be using the same threshold and mentality going forward of attacks coming from the outside and inside.
Oh.
Oh, you guys got so fucking lucky. You just see it like a bulge in his stomach. And again, we see the silhouette of Mavet as he falls and tumbles outside. Still prone, but no longer blinded and restrained.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. Third attack. Straight.
Correct. I'm gonna do it right now.
All right.
Does he have a ranged attack?
I mean,
Does
he could step
have
away.
javelins?
As far as I see, no.
Not in a sheep, but if there's javelins, we can make that exchange.
You just can't crit.
Can't crit. He will progressively kill himself, Moo.
I am very aware. It's just a paladin, but also I have a doctor.
Yeah, okay. You do, boo. This is your
It's
NPC
Just keep in
control.
mind that from this point forward, it's like even if he crits, he can't do a smite crit on this turn.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that one.
Because they changed it to where doing a smite is a bonus action.
Yeah.
What I can do then, let's see. I'm trying to look at his bonus actions if he has.
Oh, if he has a regular sheet, he could maybe use one of his attacks to grab Malvet and drag
Oh, that'd
him
be
away
perfect.
That
Problem is,
that
Malvet's on the other
that's
side,
something you can do.
unless you allow
you can move
him
through
to
an
be
enemy.
over-
No, new rules. They can move through enemy squares, I believe. Again, size categories where it gets a little iffy. Base rules is difficult terrain to move through an enemy space.
I will grapple Malvet.
Well, the movement's important here. Let me double check. Just
How
because,
much movement did you take in order to get up to the worm?
Yeah.
Nothing. They went at me.
Yeah, then honestly, you should be able to get there just fine.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
and
saying. Like, I didn't
it's,
move.
it's
It came
two
to
size.
me.
It's two sizes larger than you. You shouldn't have any difficult terrain moving through it.
Then this guy walks over, grapples Malvet.
Yep.
Do I
It's
have
20
to
feet
do
of
a
movement?
grapple attack against Malvet? Or I'm trying to think.
You have.
Oh,
you have to
remember
make
that
an unarmed strike.
Remember that grappling is now a save, and a creature can choose to willingly fail a save.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're gonna let them willingly save then.
Yeah.
He lets himself be grabbed by this large,
That'd be
muscular.
That'd be a hell of a 180 on your side, Mega, if you pitched this idea and said, "Whoa, hang on. I'm gonna make the save." All right. Yep. They are grappled. You use 20 feet of movement.
And honestly, what I like about this creature is that if it has that, I'm trying to think if he would move away from this thing or if he would just basically turtle up.
Your choice.
I think in his case of preserving someone else's life, if I move away, there's an opportunity attack, and it means that he might get hit. And that's better right now, because
Okay.
technically Mavet would be a sitting duck trying to punch this thing and then having their hands melt off.
I think the goal would be to just make sure Bobette isn't within 5 feet in case more attacks went its way.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. So I would basically move like 1 away, position Mavet behind him right here.
Right here. Oh, I got it. Yep. It's
If his
moved
name was
against
named
Galvin. But Mavet was moved against his will. So that shouldn't proc attack of opportunity since it's forced movement. It does not take an attack opportunity against Galvin. I double checked his moves. Anything else?
No. It should be he already did a lot already.
Yeah. Good NPC. All right. Seer, it's your turn. It devastated Mavet. What are you gonna do?
Seer ain't no fear. But also, I think out of everybody, I think Seer might be one of the best people in this spot. I have that much temp HP. Oh, beautiful! This is going to be a disgusting way of... Is this creature gargantuan or huge?
It's gargantuan.
Okay.
It's taller than the buildings. It's like you're fighting kaiju. And you know what the cool part is? Like with the environment and climate you guys are in, its presence is causing a heat waves in the air. You see a mirage around him. It's like a cloak.
Hold on. I must do something pretty devastating. Let me, send a message to Mega really quick.
There you go. Yep. Mega's on deck for the next turn for, next 2 turns. It's just convenient that both players are controlling a person that acts close to them in initiative. But I would like an answer somewhat soon.
Hey, Gray?
Yes, sir.
I just realized I'm no longer on the initiative tracker.
That's because I didn't want you on the initiative tracker. The hell did you roll?
Hold on, give me a second. I gotta go back now.
All right, Mega.
Oh boy.
What do you think of that idea? Just for silliness.
15.
15? Understood. I'll add you back on the initiative tracker. Ignore that roll.
I feel like that would have to be like a if Gray would allow it to work that way.
It possibly.
Speak to me.
So, all right. Weird plan.
Yeah.
Have the creature try to eat me. As a reaction, I basically would drop a potion of diminution to make the creature shrink, making the creature drop 1 status category. And then what I would do is I would cast enlargement on myself, which would make it so that the creature goes from being gargantuan to huge, which would make me go from medium to large, disabling it from being able to actually be able to choke or bite or swallow. Because basically, not only did it shrink, but a creature inside of it grew larger, basically clogging the creature.
You were giving your all to Thanosing this thing.
That's a particular like slippery slope there.
It can be, but the reason I mention it is just because the only thing that based off that is potion stuff. That's just an idea where I sat there go like, if that's one way to disable a creature entirely. If not, I know what I'm gonna do, but that's why I was just gonna ask, because I sat there go like, it's just a food for thought brain where it's like, if I prep for that and then I get eaten and then I do that, I just serve as a quirk for this creature till like later.
Okay. No, I'm not. That's some high level shenanigans. No.
Thank you
Can be
for clarifying on that. All right.
Yep, no problem.
Then
What'd you like to do?
instead, what I'm going to do, since I already have haste being concentrated on another creature,
Yep.
is that sorry, my thing's starting to slow down.
Yep.
I actually am going to be trying to taunt the creature.
Okay.
How I'm going to
Okay.
do that is I'm going to basically shoot at it, you know?
All right. Yeah, do some damage.
Will do. Sorry, it's just for some reason my audio started just cutting out. So I was just sitting there earlier, I'm trying to hear myself.
Yeah, no problem. Please make an attack.
Also,
Okay.
technically, since it's not a melee shot, it's a range shot. I don't know if I have to worry about the effect.
Nope. Because you're using ranged attack. You're not doing melee. So that's a perfect item for this creature. Is who would have known the best item against a kaiju is a gun. Please go ahead.
That definitely worked out for the Japanese military.
Oh,
okay.
You know what? I might as well use my inspiration.
You have
Yeah,
advantage
go ahead.
still, or did you use up all your stuff?
Oh, I do have advantage.
Yeah,
You're
roll.
right.
Yeah, roll with advantage. So make one more d20 roll. Let's see it. And you may re-roll that if you wish.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're just going to do it again. Watch it. It's just going to be another 2.
I'm
my
so
God.
sorry.
Oh.
That's with advantage, with your inspiration. It misses. And, well, again, I imagine it's more you're hitting this carapace, a very dense part of it, and it ricochets off. Goes right onto the ground. Anything else on your turn?
That's a-okay. Can't make thunder happen. I'm trying to see what I could do with my bonus action really quick.
In fact, I would even say its back is towards you, and even with that gunshot, it pays you no mind. You see it has a particular target in mind.
Oh.
All right. Give me a moment. Just going to walk towards in front of this guy right here.
Hang on, no problem.
Sorry, that made me laugh.
Yeah, no.
I loved both of your noises were like, oh.
Yep.
Let me take a look. I just had to think on this, so let me look.
Yeah, no problem. Like, things can change on a dime on its turn, and you guys are beginning to get surrounded here.
Let's see. Shouldn't be this hard. I have it already set up so I can see everything as a bonus action. Seriously? Okay. I'm guessing then I'm actually going to stick with what I have. I'm going to bonus action tell Spanky to fly up. And then proceed to shoot the creature, basically.
It is currently in the alley. The buildings are 45 feet up. It only has 30 feet of flying movement. It can get out of the alley. I'm just saying it can't go straight up.
Oh, that's fine. I was just meaning in a sense, like, go up and basically, like, put it over
30,
here.
Yeah, 35 feet up in the air. Or not 35, 30 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
All right.
It just goes, it's 30 feet up in the air, so it's, like, out of the alley, and then it just shoots at the creature.
Make an attack with Spanky.
Come on, Spanky. You got this. Making sure I'm reading this correctly. Spell attack modifier. I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at the damage. All right, cool.
Yep, 4 strike. A little pea shooter. Does not hit. it ricochets off. Ting! All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Should be a +11.
Plus 11?
Yeah, I'll say for now, but yeah, if you look on the
Hang on.
character sheet, it should be based off spell attack. I might be wrong. Let me double check.
Okay. No,
We'll keep going. We'll just keep moving.
Yeah. All right. Before the start of Mumvet's turn, Mum is going to take her. She's going to take her turn really quick here. Again, the DM forgot that someone gave her temporary HP and she has advantage. So taking advantage of that advantage, you see her 15 feet up in the air, overlooking these Goliaths. These ice golem and sculptures walking the street, and she brings back the bow and attempts to hit. Hear the draw of the string with advantage. Oh my fucking god. It hits. It hits. Doing damage. 30 points of damage. And again, this is at this point, you see that I'm going to tell you this, Aaliyah, because you're the closest to her. At this point, you see that she will refuse to attack unless she either has advantage or if an ally is close to her target.
Well, she will always have advantage at this point unless she takes
That's good.
damage.
Yeah, but these are the capabilities and powers that she's willing to show you. I want to keep myself honest about that. You feel like she's holding back. I say she, they. You start being more neutral with them as fucking changeling. All right, Mavet, that's Mega's turn. You are within the Aurora. What do you do?
Okie doke. Just double checking this. Okay, yeah. Well, honestly, he was put into a. Wait, this is Mavet's token, right? Or no, is this one? So yeah, there's Seer's token, there's the Paladin's token, and then there's Mavet's token. Okay.
Yep, very popular.
So first, he's going to use half of his movement to stand up.
Does so. I'll take
Not that
up
that's
the
a whole
condition.
lot.
Yep. Stands up.
And he actually is going to move 5 feet closer. It's like and again, this is why I hate that we couldn't get the first round of setup, because now he has to use this turn's bonus action to spend a. Actually, no, he probably would have had to stay here first, and then.
Yep.
He would have done it. He would have done it first, like over here.
Yep, that's fine.
Because, as far as I can tell, I think it's had. Oh, sorry, I have to read that again. It's the awkward part about unleashing the astral arms, because I think creatures within 10 feet have to. It's either have to or he can. It's creature of his choice.
I believe it's creatures of your choice with the astral arms. Because I don't ever recall that being an issue with his positioning and use of the astral arms in the past.
Okay, never mind. Each creature of your choice, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, because sometimes Mavet doesn't read his stuff before he uses them.
That's good. Yep, that's a good gut reaction. I respect that.
All right, so it's fine if he's here already. But yeah, he's going to use his bonus action to unleash his arms.
Outline your turn, and we might have to take a quick break here. I'll tell you guys in a second here, but just keep talking about.
All right, unleash his arms. So he is going to make the creature make a saving throw to take damage against his arms, and then because he is 10 feet away from the creature when making unarmed strikes, and he's not actually touching it either. It's like he can attack hurt the creature with his arms without actually taking damage himself. That is the outline. And then just for kicks, he'll also use one of his key points as well, or focus points as well, to force a stunning strike, because he might as well try.
We wait patiently.
I might have a plan depending on this thing's resistances and intelligence level. I might be able to actually restrain it. And
That would
something
be
funny.
exciting.
Yeah, something funny I just found out I might be able to do is depending on how leveled spells per turn works, I might be able to force it to make a saving throw, and then if it succeeds, force it to make it again at disadvantage. Which would be very funny.
I mean, as long as you're only with the new rules, as long as you're only expending one spell slot per turn, it doesn't affect anything.
Nah, I'd have to spend 2 for that plan. My plan was to hit it with Mental Prison, and then if it succeeded, to hit it with Silvery Barbs.
You're... No, you're not restricted for reactions, as far as I remember.
Oh, that's fun.
I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that's fine.
I mean, if that's possible, then yeah, that is some shenanigans, but of course that requires it to be smart enough
All right.
and also capable of being charmed.
Just outline turn one more time for me.
So he's going to use his bonus action
Yep.
to activate his arms, which, since the creature
so.
is within 10 feet, he'll have to make the save against the arms. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Can do. He's really good at it. Nailed it. What does it do?
It just deals damage.
right.
Let me
Static
double check
or
the
roll
damage. I think it's twice his martial arts die. Yeah, 2 rolls of the martial arts die. So 2d8.
All right, 2d8. Ooh, 8 damage.
So 8 force damage.
Yep, 8 damage goes through.
All
right.
Then he's going to make 2 attacks from 10 feet away. So
Okay.
he's not touching it either while making the attacks.
Yep, understood.
So he does not get hurt by the creature.
That is correct. That was the other tidbit: is melee strike or anything that touches it.
Let's see. Okay, so I think I
Yeah,
can just use...
both of which the triggers within 5 feet. But yeah, since he's 10 feet away, it does not apply.
I'm not sure. Are these set up? I think this is it. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Is it already properly applying the +1 from his thing, or I don't know?
It's fine if it doesn't. We can add +1.
I just don't know Mavet's stats off the top of my head, so I have to keep going back and forth on things.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's apparently not being applied.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing D20 plus 5, or also says at bonus. I don't know what that means. Well, I'll find out in a second, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
Say-
bonus
okay.
looks like the proficiency bonus. All right, then +1, which would be 23. It's a hit regardless.
Then I am going to force a con save against a
Understood.
stunning strike.
All right, and I believe it's 1 per turn or round. I can't remember
Once
the
per
limitation.
turn.
Yep, understood. I believe 24 is a save.
It succeeds.
Yep. All right, 8 damage.
So it will take 8 force damage. But even if it succeeds, it still has a debilitating effect from the stunning strike.
Okay.
The target speed is halved until the start of Mavet's next turn, and the next
Understood.
attack roll made against the target is with advantage. So Mavet attacks
Understood.
again.
Yep. Have speed, and it. Mavet has advantage. All right. Oh, natural 20. Let's see it.
So
See-
then I press the critical hit button then.
Yep, press critical hit button. We see Mavet coming in, the smoke becoming his arms, and he's going in for so many strikes. And it is just causing ripples. Like we see the carapace like rippling from the hits.
Oh, you know what? Add 2 damage onto that, one from the previous
Understood.
attack and one from this one, because it's not
Yep,
applying
gotcha.
the bonus
Yep.
from arms.
Yeah, +1. Gotcha. All right.
And I believe Mavet is fine where he is, especially since I don't think we've quite figured out the range of all of its attacks. So
Mm-hmm. Understood. Then we move on to your turn.
okay. So meanwhile, Eddie, this makes most sense right now. He is going to use his action to use his spirit guardians.
Okay. Yep.
So the creature gets to make a wisdom saving throw. Eddie will
Yep.
be excluding the his allies, the citizenry,
Yep.
and non-hostile statues.
I love that. I love that because I imagine you actually index finger out counting all the sea elves around you no. Got him. I assume that's a failure. That's 14.
All right. So that's going to be 3d8. So
12
12
damage.
radiant damage.
Yep. Sears him. You hear crackling and popping. Actually, no. What does radiant damage look like from Eddie? Fill me in. What does this damage type look like when it's come from your character?
Again, it's kind of like a different kind of of burning. It's because rather instead of light radiant, it's more like the sheer heat from the smoke that billows around him, because this is the different way that Eddie is being protected by Eddie. It's just causing searing pain to things that get near him.
Yeah, I like that. It's like a hellfire, essentially. It's burning a creature that is one with the fire because it's too hot. And we see it begin to slightly melt at that. All right. That was your action. Anything? Oh, sorry. Let me lay it down for you. What was a 20-foot radius?
It's a 15-foot radius.
15-foot radius. Understood.
Okay, so Eddie is still currently.
Okay. Made it red for my own convenience.
Actually, I'm having a hard time telling. Is Eddie 5 feet away from the creature or 10?
Oh. Me. Bring it back. I
think.
Yeah.
Mostly because
10
like
feet.
the token.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's 10 feet. Yeah.
So then that's 5.
If you were to go north, that's going from the alleyway into the building.
Just like so, like
no
this
problem.
token right here is still 5.
Yep.
Oh, did I accidentally move my bed?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Keep going.
I just don't know how that
10 feet.
happened, but
Yep, you're 10 feet away from the token from that position.
So I guess because like basically Eddie's gonna fly over here real quick.
Yep,
Oh,
understood.
damn it.
Do not worry about
Why?
it. Keep going.
Then he's going to, if I remember how the rules are now, I can use a free action to convert a spell slot into sorcery points.
Yep.
And then I will immediately use those sorcery points to use 3 Eddy Blasts.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's see it.
Going back to spells.
All right.
I'm pretty sure, or maybe they are. Oh yeah, it looks like it's already being applied, so that's good. Oh, you still want me to make only like a 1 roll at a time, or?
Just do all 3. Make 3 attacks.
Okay, so it's 3 attacks with advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they were melee attacks, different story, but maybe this range is fine. 20 is a hit. $30 is a hit. Hot roller today, 26. All 3 of them hit. Let's see all the damage. I always imagine when you I know it's a series of strikes, but like flavor-wise, I always imagine when you get so many successful strikes like that, that's like an overcharged signature move from you. Yeah, 14 on the first one.
Go ahead and add 4 bludgeoning damage to that strike.
Yep, understood. 18. All of it goes through. Oh
Nice.
my lord. 15.
Ooh.
You allergic to rolling below a goddamn 5? Jesus. You see the creature is bloodied at that.
Eddie's just gonna carry us
There we go.
here.
Yeah, 10.
Oh wait, nope, sorry. That was I went up to Mob
Mob
Vet's
vet. Yeah, I
thing.
got you.
It's like, wait, D8.
D8. Could have had D8. You're right, 12 damage.
12, excuse me.
Yeah. I gave back the damage and I took it away again. All right. Make these 3 blasts. Anything else on your turn?
You know what? I will actually. I'll take this risk here. Yes, because 5. Yeah, so he will actually take 1 step back. Or
All right.
1 flight back, I should say.
Yep. As you move 15 feet away from the creature. And I'm trying to recall right now. I believe nothing took its reaction yet. It will attempt to attack you. What was the total damage that you did? Roughly 30?
Ish.
Yeah. You see, it's fixated on you and Galvin. It has a grudge. We see its tail begin to raise up, and its stinger is made from obsidian and molten lava, and it comes in to stab you. So let's see if it hits first. It will be a straight roll. Ugh, 21. Unless you want a shield, which I assume you do.
Well, I don't remember what my AC is.
It's 21.
Yeah, I'll shield it. Mostly because I think it's going to try.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly I think it's probably going to try next round. So.
Yeah. So we see like the stinger coming through, and as the tail comes to you, I imagine smoke comes up to block it like a shield, and it stops midair. The molten lava dripping from the tip right before your feet and hissing off the ground, creating steam and melting the ice. God, and I imagine it's inches away from your face. Hallelujah. The creature is without reaction, and it looks like it has a grudge against your allies. What are you going to do?
I have confidence in them, so I just want to help them out. So we're going to just focus on this guy so he doesn't cause any issues.
Mm-hmm.
Come up one.
Just to clarify for Eddie, they are within, the statues are within your spirit guardians. We'll address that when it gets to their turn.
Well, I specifically said non-hostile.
Yeah, and these are hostile.
Oh, yeah, then, they'll make their save now, but yeah.
Oh, right now? Okay.
Yeah, remember, these emanation abilities, when they enter it for the first time, they make the save.
Gotcha. I'll make a quick, I believe it was wisdom. Let's see the damage.
Wisdom saving throw, yes.
I believe that's a failure. Go ahead with the damage. Please, Luia, proceed.
Okay, I'm just going to quicken spell a lightning bolt at this guy.
Wow. One of the statues is destroyed by that fucking damage. 21. Hear it shatter. 4 becomes 3. Yep. That is from Eddie's Spirit Guardians. Yep.
So this
one
guy's
of them
no
shatters. No, it's a mob. Yeah, there's multiples of these. Yeah.
I get it now. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do the quicken spell lightning bolt. I gotta remove 2 sorcery points from myself.
Hmm.
And then
And what are you attempting to do?
lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, understood. What is it hitting?
This thing.
All right, statues. Got you. That's maximum damage. It will make the dexterity saving throw. Please try to calculate the maximum damage while I do this. I assume it, fourth level. You don't need to roll. It's maximum damage.
I
14
understand.
is a failure. Yep, it's still the same day.
Also, however many groupings are in there, everyone's gonna take 4 extra damage.
Yeah, I believe it's 54. And sorry, what was that last little tidbit?
However many are in this group, they take an extra 4 damage of lightning.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. There's 3 in the group. So how much extra damage is that? 3 or additional dice worth of 3?
No, just 4 damage unless you're... Yeah, it's 4 extra lightning damage.
Okay, understood. Yeah, you see one is about to break. It's
And
very close
then
to being shattered.
I'm going to use it for the first time.
Yep.
We're going
Let's see it.
to try out this Sorceress Burst.
Hell yeah.
If I can target.
Great.
There we go.
Yeah. Before we get too crazy here, let me double check one thing. So I was just thinking about that particular spell a little bit ago. Okay.
And then we're going to do lightning.
Yep.
Of 3d8.
Yeah. Okay. Because of the environment and everything is iffy, just roll for exploding dice. However many you will roll will become maximized, but that will not. That won't cause a chain reaction, like of
I
it
understand.
automatically, being the maximum pool. You get what I'm going with. That
Yeah.
hits. Let's start seeing that
So it's just
damage. Yep.
24.
24. 24 is a hit.
No, 24 would be the damage because I already rolled for 27 for to hit.
Yes, and what I'm saying is roll each one of the dice. I want to see them exploding because it's a little bit of a gray area here.
Oh.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, even no matter what you roll, it will become maximized, but I'm not treating that as an automatic explosion. Okay.
And I roll again. Oh, so we're not going to do the chain reaction with the d8s, right? You said?
Not in this current environment.
Okay.
Because I'm giving you a little bit more here because, again, I'm treating this like your channel divinity. Like, instead of rolling the damage, I just allow you to take the maximum. And with this cantrip, if you don't roll it, it doesn't explode. So I'm taking the middle ground to give you more.
So yeah, then it would be 24 damage.
Okay, 24 damage. Gotcha. It shatters another one of them.
I'm just gonna back up one. Oh, wait, I can't do that. And gosh damn it, stop doing that.
Just ping where you want to go. Ping where you want to go.
Just right there.
Yep. Take a back step. Go right over there. What does your spell look like? Like, this was a lot of electricity at once, especially in this region, this environment.
So I concentrate on my lightning bolt, just shooting it out from my spear again, and just kind of like with the flick of the wrist in a motion, like an S motion, it comes back out and it does my sorceress burst.
Hell yeah. I like that. All right. Anything else on your turn?
That beat.
Okay. Ugh. Remind me, who did the first who did the first major burst that destroyed a statue? It was the changeling and Aluya. They're gonna try to get closer to the both of you.
The first one to burst it would be Eddie from his aura.
Yeah, no. He did the finishing blow. He did significant damage, but both you and the changeling did more.
It is worth noting that As a reminder, at least for this particular game, Spirit Guardians is creating an area of difficult terrain.
Okay, understood. Yep, and it's an emanation. Hang on.
Yeah, it's an emanation from Eddie.
Yeah, let me fix that. I made it a radius. So I'll come and play here. Remind me once more, 20 from him.
It's a 15-foot emanation.
Yeah, so total with you as the center. Make sure that we got the math right. There we go. That's more accurate. And I'll double check. Yep, 15 feet. Excellent. All right. First things first. All the golems, or golems. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep using it because I'm gonna keep fucking up terminology here. The sculptures, like you see one sculpture enter each one of the group. You see in the distance, like these creatures lumbering forward. These ones in particular look a little bit more weak, a little bit more fragile. Looks like you guys got the strong golems to start off with. Now we're getting to the fragile statues. Trying to do the math in my head here. Yes, that's appropriate. All right. Okay. Increase that. Again, like there's internal fighting with the creatures on the Y junction. This creature right here is going to try to move towards Aluya and this changeling here. They have to move around the structure. That's going to be 10, 20, because it's still within difficult terrain. Then as it moves out, it'll be 25. And it will move up. All right. Remind me of your AC, Aluya.
22.
22. Thank you so much. 2. And I need to check one thing from them. Yep, understood. I need to get. They do not have advantage. And because it's, yeah, like they only get one off because you diminish their numbers here. One of them is going to hit you, and just as a reminder, like for mobs, I go by the target number, their bonus to determine how many hit you. So out of the 3, only 1 hits you. One of them raises up its like arms and begins to try to crush you. And as it does, it will do 10 points of damage to you. I believe it's cold. Let me double check.
I'm sorry.
No,
what it was it to
bludgeoning the
hit?
cold. There is no to hit. Like I said, how mobs work is it goes by the AC, and there's an entire chart to determine how many of the mob hits. That's how mobs work, and as you diminish their numbers, less and less of them can actually get off attacks. It will do 10 damage, 3 of which is, well, let me double check. Yeah, it's just all bludgeoning, 10 bludgeoning damage towards you. Just make sure, okay, there you go. Again, just imagine 3 of them are coming up against you, trying to hit you. 2 of them miss, 1 hits.
So no shield here.
No shield.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. Let me double check the movement. All right. There's the first group of sculptures to the left-hand side of the junction are beginning to move forward, closer towards the worm, They're trying to cover themselves from the intense heat here. And the third group, they are paralyzed from an ally. It is Mum. Stay away from her! She comes in and tries to attack.
Only I'm allowed to kill her.
Yeah. She's 15 feet up in the air.
The only one that's allowed to make them suffer is me.
Mm-hmm. She will be attacking, and it will be with advantage because of your temp HP. That's a hit. And Jesus. Again, a weaker one has joined the midst, and it is nearly destroyed with 29 damage. All right. It is the Pyreworm's turn. Fucking hell. It has 2 targets. Hang on. Did we already do the Spirit Guardian damage with it? Yeah, that was the very first thing that we did. All right.
Actually, it's worth noting that, remember, it is within range of the Spirit Guardians, and also its movement is halved.
Yeah.
So that means it's taking a quarter movement.
Hang on. Let me redo it. Okay, if it's quarter movement. Okay.
I'm not sure if we've actually figured out what its movement is, so I'm not sure what that looks like.
I'm about to figure it out. All right, I understand the quarter movement. It can still move into the position that I wanted to. It moves 10 actual feet. While it's in position, it's gonna focus fire against the person who did the most damage. Eddie. Nah, I'm fucking with you. It's Galvin. It is gonna start off with Tail Stinger against Galvin. We'll attack normally. 19. Jesus.
They have an ACT of 21.
Yep. You know what? I really thought about arguing that. So yeah, 19 damage to start off with, but hang on, it gets a little worse here. So it takes 19 damage, then he has to make a saving throw. I believe it's Constitution. I'll double check in a second here. Still make the roll.
You're gonna die.
Yep. Yeah, it fails the Constitution saving throw, and it takes a lot of fire damage. Let me double check the amount just before I do any go any further here. No, other way around. Thank God I double checked. You see it does 37 fire damage as its obsidian molten spike from its tail impales Galvin, bringing him upwards, and we hear him just go. It's just like a very wet gasp as it impales his body. He is bloodied, but the creature is not done yet. It is going to bite him. It'll be a normal attack. As a hit.
Does that succeed? So question for you, Grape.
You do not have a visual.
So silvery barbs would not work.
Well, hang on. The creature. I believe it's you need to see the creature making the attack or the target. That's important.
Unfortunately, it doesn't say on the Foundry thing, but let me try and look up the actual more in-depth rules.
Because you can see the worm, you can't see a Galvin. So let's have a quick look here at Silvery Barbs with its wording.
I mean, what is the first sentence that reads for Silvery Barbs? You should be able to hover over the spell.
Yeah, you magically distract a targeting creature. Really... Yeah. Your reaction which you take when a creature you see within 60 feet succeeds. Yeah, so this is a creature that you can succeed that you can see that succeeded. So yes, The main reason why the buildings are 45 feet up, I did say that the creature is taller. We're not going to do Pythagoras theorem. You can see the worm as it's making the strike.
And I'm going to have to give myself advantage because I can see nobody else. So let's get that out there.
Yeah. He'll make another attack. Do you save him? 25 is still hit.
Yeah.
Well,
I tried.
Yeah, you did.
This guy has like a plus 14 to hit. He already has pretty good odds, if you think.
It's a very dangerous creature. 17 damage. He is winded. Like one good blow from this creature would take him out. He is going to make a dexterity saving throw to be swallowed. And he is swallowed.
He gets an advantage.
No, I couldn't give
He's
it to him.
hasted.
Yep,
Oh,
understood.
he's hasted.
And +3. Don't forget +3. It's still not enough. He is restrained and blinded as he gets swallowed. Oh. And his next target is going to be the otter. As, again, like a pyre, we see the form of Galvin enveloped in fire. And you know what? I'm going to give this guy a moment here, too. As you see, like, shock in his face, his demise coming, he looks towards you, Eddie. And you may be thinking to yourself, the words he might say, "Save me, help me, I need you." You see him lifting out a hand towards you, Eddie, and just say, "Save her!" And Jelenua's image is in your head as he gets swallowed. All right. That is the end of this creature's turn. It is the malicious turn. Were they targeting?
Nope.
Oh, go ahead.
Needs to
What's
make
up?
a wisdom save.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm thinking about a narrative and I'm getting excited here. He fails. Let me see that damage.
And I believe it's every time he takes damage that he has to make a con save to spit up a target.
No. I made the addendum that creatures that attack on the outside and inside will make him regurgitate, but you've not met a threshold. Well, let me see if you meet the threshold, first of all. I'm going to stick by at least the intentions of the creature. It is not enough to make the con
I'm
save.
asking specifically if it's damage or
It is
if
damage.
it's specifically damage from an attack. So 15 damage
Is not
plus
enough.
whatever. All right.
Yeah. All right. It is the malicious turn. Who are they targeting? Because we have another group of statues that are coming towards you, slowly but surely.
I think the less time that the guy inside spends inside, the better.
All right.
Maybe that's just me, though.
Unless anyone argues.
No, I mean,
Have no
on
reason to.
On his turn, he's probably going to take damage or something like that. So I'm not going to even argue for my whole crap, the magma worm's brain or whatever, when he can still take damage and die.
I mean, he has a way to survive. I just had to get to his turn, and he has to be able to not get knocked down.
He gets knocked down.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Again.
I was gonna say they might do enough damage to make this creature regurgitate. But again, like these mobs are no joke.
Well, actually, if he dies, I can reincarnate him, as long as we have enough of his flesh as well.
You know what? Death is only the beginning. All right, I'll make the calculation.
So worst case
real
scenario, he can come back.
quick. All right. Give me 1 second. Just have a quick look at my nifty chart here. That's amount of AC. Understood. All right. Okay, I understand the disparities because I attacked the statues last time. All right. Going in for the damage. We see a volley of arrows going against the creature. Again, seven attacks make it. And it's enough to make him attempt to regurgitate. It just rolled super fucking high. He stays in. Oh, there is something I forgot to do. Hang on. Let me double check. Yeah, no harm, no foul. All right. The volley of arrows come in, and I imagine like with each blow, it sends a ripple in, and we zoom into the stomach. It is like hell itself. We see Galvin just frozen in time and wreathed in the inferno and fire, covered with smoke. It is the start of Galvin's turn here. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let me double check. Moomin, I need you to make me a... Okay. No, sorry, there's no save. He'll just take 66 fire damage at the start of his turn. This is where I fucked up earlier. That had to amend. Thankfully, it's only 16
good enough
damage.
for me. I can make that work.
Yep. Galvin takes 16 damage, and he's on death's door. Just for the audience, this is an ally NPC, so he has 7 HP left.
So, here's the thing, though, and I could say this, is that we might have to kill the creature before it kills him, because truthfully, he could do one thing that will delay the inevitable. Lay on hands on himself for 60 points.
I might be capable of putting this thing down.
Right, but the main reason is that he does have lay on hands, so he could touch himself to be able to heal himself.
The phrasing.
I'm sorry! It's
Getting
just
hot
like...
and steamy in that magma worm.
Like, well,
but if he does...
the best part is that he can use it as a bonus action, so he can still use his action for something else.
On the character sheet, it's an action, so that's the problem. So it has to be an action.
Are we actually? Was this made before or after the rule change, or was the intention to maintain the action?
It was made before the rule change. One more time, Moomin. What are you considering?
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's like if it is a bonus action, then I could do lay on hands, and then I could just start smacking the thing inside, even if it's at disadvantage. But technically, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Keep in mind this is a variant. Is not a direct a paladin. Is just heavily inspired by it. If you do lay on hands, it's a set amount.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So like, is
No,
it
we were
an action or
asking.
bonus action?
Yeah, it's both of them are bonus action. Both of them are bonus action.
All right, cool. Then lay on hands. He gains 60 HP.
Yeah, Sathura, don't let me die now. You hear him, or no one hears him. He's just mumbling to himself inside this creature. I am not ready. I wish to paint the world. I wish for everyone to see my art. I wish to have children, a lineage. And the image of Jelenua, that sea elf, appears in his head, and he just screams, "I am not ready to die yet!" And like on each one of his digits, we see like almost like pastel paint. And it's like a red, green, yellow, orange, blue, like all the colors on each one of his tips. And he goes from his face down to his chin, down his armor. And as the streak happens, there's a glow to it, and he heals for 60. He is no longer bloodied. As
Now,
his bonus action.
I will be real. I kind of wish I could think of him swinging a weapon inside, but if he's restrained, it might not be possible with a halberd. When I
Don't
think
need
about
to
it.
think. Don't need to think about it. Take what you can. You can make an attack.
Oh.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll just do-
restrained does not prevent you from making an attack.
Oh, I'm just always realistic brain-wise, but let's give it a shot. Halberd, go. Here we go.
A smite from the monster's belly.
Keep in mind disadvantage on the attack.
I
We're
think
gonna
my
find
joke
out.
would have been that the halberd's kind of already stuck in the
Look at
stomach
that.
lining of this guy. So, like, you're just more just jiggling around to see if it hits.
Oh, if you see on the roll, he got a 20 on one. So if he had like a way to get it, well, no, he already
11
burned bonus
damage.
action. So
He has multi-attack.
no, I'm aware. I was just hoping for that D20, so that's what I was like. That. So let me keep going.
Yeah, it's sad. What else would you like to do?
Well, I'm trying to swing, so give me one moment. Swing, swing.
Just
Oh.
rolling
Wow.
Do you
hot.
see what I'm talking about?
Now,
2 nat 20s in a row.
yeah, and it's unfortunate that he used the divine smite, but it was necessary. It was necessary.
Well, he has another divine smite.
Yeah, it's still a bonus action. You used a bonus action. to lay
Oh,
on
you're
hands.
right. You're
Yep.
right. I'm used to old rules. Don't mind me.
Yep. No problem. Which is unfortunate,
swing
but
one more
it is.
attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's what you had to do.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then we have
Only-
his pole arm
only one
mastery.
hits.
So there's that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. The damage is slightly off.
Hmm.
It's not letting me roll it, but that's okay. We'll just roll his halberd, and then we'll do a D4.
Double check that. Okay. Should damage
Alright, one
is
hits.
correct. What? Okay. Yeah, one hits. Yep. I thought Yuri made 3 attacks.
That's 14 damage.
Yep, 14 damage. Yep. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Roll D8. All right, that's 16 damage inside the creature. Unfortunately, it's still not enough to make him regurgitate.
Holy crap.
Yeah, This is a strong creature. Did we skip your turn?
Yeah, we did.
I apologize. I'll let you have 2 turns here. Just make it fair. Thank you for being respectful. Go right ahead.
Yep. So for my movement, I'm gonna just fly on up to this here roof, and
45
first
feet
things
up?
first. Yep. So first things first. I guess we're going to see whether or not this can actually work. So
Yep.
it is going to need to try and save against mental prison if it needs to. If it is immune to being charmed, it automatically succeeds. So
Okay. I don't believe it's. Yeah, you're fine. So it'll make the
All right.
intelligence saving throw.
DC 17.
Natural 20 and it
Silvery
still
barbs
fails.
is a reaction.
No, you don't have to
okay.
fail. There's no way it can succeed.
Oh. Phew. Okay, so now it's time to get into the weeds with this thing because I've got something fun planned for this flavor.
Hmm.
But first, let's roll that 5d10.
Okay.
So it will immediately take 30 psychic damage.
All right, 30 psychic damage, and you have met the threshold on the dot.
Beautiful.
And it will
Well,
begin to
let's,
regurgitate again.
Well, let's go through the other effects to see if that affects
Yep.
anything. because it is now also restrained.
Does not affect Constitution saving throw, but yes, it is restrained.
All right. And it is now trapped in an illusion of my description and cannot see or hear anything outside of my illusion. So for this Pyreworm, the entire world fades away for seemingly no reason, and it finds itself sitting in this empty void full of just water before a loud boom cracks across the empty void that is the sky, and rising from the waves before it, this gigantic being made of water and rock pulls itself from the waves before it and pins down the magma, the Pyreworm with one arm, before raising a trident made of water, as large as, if not larger than, the city itself, and
Hell yeah.
holding it before the Pyreworm.
Hell
And it
yeah.
speaks one word: stop. So that's what it's seeing. And I'm going to hold concentration on that. And for my next turn, I am going to...
Are you
I
sure
didn't realize
nothing
how-
else with your bonus action on your first turn?
Actually, yes. I am going to, thank you for reminding me, use
Yeah,
my
no problem.
Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action, and I am going to give it to... Mavet.
Yep, Mavet has inspiration.
And because I do not wish to get into striking range, jump off this roof, and try and punch this thing in the face, that's going to be end of my first turn. And then with my next... I am going to point at this group of ice sculptures, and I'm going to hit them with a vicious mockery.
Okay. What creature that you can hear? Yep. See?
What a disgusting sight.
All right, it will make a wisdom saving throw. And it's the one to the north, you said?
Yep, this one that I am targeting right here.
That's
Aha.
a failure.
Failure. All right, let's do that damage. And it now has disadvantage on its next attack roll. And I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action again.
Hell yeah.
Except this time I'm going to give it to Eddie. And since I do not wish to jump off a roof and try to punch anything, I'm going to remain hidden from this giant Pyreworm thing.
How much Bardic Inspiration do you have left? Because I remember you used a fair amount in the first combat you
I think
had.
I'm out now.
Okay, gotcha.
I think I only had the 2 left.
All right, so Mavet and Eddie.
Oh, no, I have 1 remaining.
All right.
Well,
Seer.
plus, if I remember correctly, I don't know what your level composition is. It's like, but I believe after
All
level
Bard.
5, you can pull Bardic Inspiration dice by expending a spell slot.
Okay, cool.
Hmm,
Good to know.
keep that in mind.
I think it's your level 5 ability, but don't quote me on that until you actually look.
All right.
Hmm.
Is your turn, Seer.
What to do? Because reality is like I'm very supporty, and really there's a few people that got hurt, but the problem too is that we currently have a person dying,
Yep. Person is dying.
but they're inside the worm.
That is true.
Oh, all right, gotta use my action to just help away.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take any damage so far though, really.
Okay.
I mean, it's restrained. You might be able to try and get inside it. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think I can do that if I could climb it, because then it'd just be kind of hard. Unless it's like in the ground, then I could jump in it.
I mean, if it tries to move away from you, it triggers the 10d10 damage that's going to take from Psychic.
Fair point. I might as well actually give that an attempt if it tries to move. Oh my gosh. All right, I just gotta think what I can do, because the big thing is that if I'm gonna get in it, it's just not like
Okay, let me break it down.
it's
If
far
your
tall- it's far
intentions,
taller.
yeah, I was gonna say if your intentions is to get into it, you're at least gonna have to climb up 65 feet onto this creature.
That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like it's not something I can do right now, you know?
It.
If it was burrowing, I could have definitely done it.
Yeah.
So I already know that I can't really do it.
Yeah. It's
Without, like,
something.
messing
It's
with my-
something you can accomplish, but it's just gonna take steps.
Trying to
And-
think.
And of
Because
course,
mainly
overall,
if I could just like take it down.
yeah, I was gonna say, and overall, I would not recommend it, but that's my personal opinion.
I mean, everybody else, sure, but for me, it's like
You
gross.
see that the worm is winded and his fires are dying. It's starting to look more like cinder and smoke.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if I could get it with a shot again. I still have advantage if I took no damage.
Hmm.
But I only can really do one shot, and then I could just use a spell to possibly help Mavet a little bit, but
Okay.
let's see what I could do. Let's see. All right, so that's at advantage. Yeah, no, it will. So weird. Okay, I wasn't crazy. It feels like my sheet was having weird with like stats because I was staring at it, go like, okay,
Hmm.
I should have been able to hit things, and I saw that with my Spanky, and I was like sitting there going like, that's weird. Spanky
Yeah.
should be able to hit things way faster. So okay, whatever works. 22.
All right. 22 is a hit. Let's see it.
Giving to make sure I can read this correctly.
$21 damage. Looking at the creature, it looks like is going to attempt to escape on its turn.
Well, doesn't look like it will be able to escape, but why not? Let me first see if I can do something else.
Okay.
All right, I'm trying to see what spell to cast because I could try to cast a spell to kind of like do a final hit with it. I'm just trying to see
Yeah.
if there's even a point with like the amount of damage I could do. I mean, if I really just want to be fucking brutal, I just will cast a spell in the bullet hole I put in. Am I cool to do that?
Mm,
It's a range attack, and I'll still have advantage if I use my spell to do Melf's acid arrow into it.
and it's bonus action.
Let me take a look. That's what I'm double checking. Nope, never
Yeah.
mind. I apologize. I was trying to see any spells I had that were bonus actions. Never mind. I was reading
Yeah,
it
no
wrong.
problem.
All right. Really, I can't really do much except doing a healing word to Mavet.
Might be worth it.
So there's that for Mavet.
All right. Let's see that healing. Should be 2d4 if you're doing it at first level.
Plus your spell casting modifier, but
Yes.
also since I'm an
Yeah.
alchemist, I get another +6.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. 17. I'll apply that.
Cool. All right. I really can't do much.
What's
so...
your word?
Hmm?
What's your word? Healing word.
Oh, what's my word?
Yeah, what's your word?
My brain just automatically was like, take your vitamins, but that's not
Yeah.
how I should say.
That good enough. You're still growing sapling. All right. It's Mavet's turn. What is he gonna do, Eddie? If you're talking, you're muted.
No.
Okay, got you.
I mean, honestly, I think he basically has no reason but to do anything except make attacks on this thing.
Yeah, which is strange because you guys feel the aurora inside of the worm. You guys feel creatively driven to murder this creature.
So let's see here. Well, funny enough, now that it's restrained,
Yep.
Mavic gets an advantage on this.
Oh, yeah.
So that works out. Oh, whoops, not features. I need to go to inventory. Yeah, so first he'll use a key point to use Flurry of Blows, because why not?
Okay.
Just add 1 to the attack roll
Yep.
for the
It's a hit.
24 to hit.
Mhm.
Or 8 damage.
8 damage. Eddie, let me be real with you.
Oh, sorry, 9 damage.
9 damage?
Yes.
I'm fairly certain the next hit is going to be it.
Well, that's a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Just for shits and giggles. I know minimum damage is going to kill it, but let's see it. All right, Eddie. How does he finish him off?
It's like Mavet is burning wood, considering the amount of damage he took in the first round. It's like, but actually, like, starts bringing in all the smoke around him, not just like from like the destruction of the city, but also from Eddie's smoke, also from like the own smoke of the pyre, and just for the hells of it, it's like a bunch of fists come out almost like Dr. Octopus style. And they all start like wailing on this creature like repeatedly, a flurry of blows, if you will, and chunking this creature to bits. It's like and possibly even one fist reaching in and pulling out Galvin from the inside.
Hell yeah. Happens. Pulls him out. And you just hear, I am inspired! As he comes out. We see the creature wiggling in the air, roaring, Galvin being pulled out, and it reels back its head and slowly begins to fall segment by segment, and with each part of its body, it kicks up dirt. Poof! Boom! Poof! Boom! Poof! And it lies dead on the ground. Looking around at the statues, you see all of their eyes beginning to glow yellow, then dim to blue, and knitline fractures beginning to form, and you hear like a voice of someone, like someone being pulled away from this kind of control, just saying, no, no, no! Each one crackling and popping. And that is the end of this encounter. You all take deep breaths. You look around. And one by one, you see Sea Elves gathering around you. Some of them warriors, some of them civilians. As you all gather onto the street. And it's a mixture of emotion. Some have admiration, some have fear looking at you. Not only at your prowess and strength, but again, Mavet, Aluya, and Seer, like people, their eyes are drilling holes into you. They see Genasi, and they're conflicted on how to feel as you guys have saved their lives. And it is quiet. Like they're waiting for you guys to say something, do something.
I mean, I know what Seer would do immediately. They have a new patient. I have to fix them.
Yep. Galvin.
Mavet and Galvin.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe to like actually like our like yeah, aside, like, is there still like a damage being done by the centaur folk, or has that all also?
Yeah, like you look around and it appears like just tell you like it seemed like a lot of them got through the tower you guys were fighting them on before that final explosion that cut off their exit, or sorry, the exit that the Sea Elves could use. It appears that they retreated to the surface and everything is dim and quiet besides the crying of a single child in the distance, screaming mommy. Far in distance, like only you just barely hear it on the wind.
Okay. So Eddie's still kind of like floating himself. It's like maybe floating a bit higher so that like people can see him.
Mm-hmm. Heads raised.
So today could have been the end for all of you, for all of us.
Looks around at each other.
And that goes for people not just of one kind, but of many. But thanks to the efforts of everyone of every kind, it's like gesturing like at the elves, of the elves, gesturing at his comrades, of the Genasi, of whom you have feared, of whom you've had great anger and hate toward. And then even gestures at Galvin, not really like hinting at other things. Even of one of whom that you would choose to imprison. We all came together and worked together for the betterment of everyone. Just as all these buildings tore down around us, I think it's about time that we tore down the barriers that we've put between each other and worked together just as we did now to save ourselves from ruin and rebuild for a better future.
Okay. Before we move on, because I really need to know the impact on the crowd, let me preface by saying, before all of this happened, this would be a DC 30 check. You are asking people to go against cultural norms and take on a new ideology, a new view. Because of your efforts and the amount of people that you saved and the fact that you destroyed this monstrosity, considering your party composition, I have reduced this DC. And I've already told you, any charisma checks is at advantage. I'll let you keep that in mind, that it is still a hard check, but you may make a persuasion with advantage. This is a very important roll. See them looking around each other. You're hearing whispers. Again, the crying is just getting a little louder as the child is beginning to sob. Again, in the distance. Can't tell where he is, what district he's from. Or they. Just a garbled mess.
And seems like a good time to guide myself.
Yeah, this would be a hell of a time to guide yourself.
I got no flash of geniuses.
And you know what? Since I have it,
Inspiration.
I'm not sure what your level comp is right now, but is it a D8 or a D10?
It's a D10. I went borrowed all the way through.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Again, the higher we're doing degrees of success and failure here. Oh my god.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, that's Mavet.
That's
I
not
rolled
right.
off that sheet.
That's Mavet's sheet.
May roll
God
one more
damn
time.
it.
It is fine.
It's just
just
I
so we can.
I miss having my second screen where I can just shove things.
I will allow for a
And I'm
reroll,
not
and
using.
I will take away ownership from both these sheets from both of you, from Mavet and the
I just want to
NPC.
imagine Malved's about to speak, and then
Yeah,
like,
Mavet is
someone
like,
grabs
hang
Malvet.
on, dude. Hold on. All right. Look at Galvin.
Jesus Christ.
That was funny.
I was like, 9 is actually impossible. What happened here?
I was thinking that was very anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was good speech.
There, 30-fucking-7.
Honestly, even before this, he probably could have convinced these people. But like I said, let me think of the full purview here, because DC was DC 25. I reduced it by 5 to make it more feasible. Because you went 5 above. Let's talk about the initial, then I'll just get the ball rolling. Maybe it'll help me here. So with this, you have made because people would become hostile to your group towards a Genasi seeing them. Normally, with the 25, you would have ceded the idea and they would have became neutral, just amicable to your companions in your party composition. But since you went 5 above, you just see a smile on one person's face and a smile on another person's face, and probably even a shaken man who has like a shell shock from everything that happens. He has shakes in the crowd. He's like, we did it. We did it! And it just starts a roar. Ah! And again, like people are cheering, laughing, and just excited to be alive, to be here. And you just feel the admiration, the daggers from their stares at all of you just disappear. It feels like you've made a family, a confidant. And you know what? Again, because of how high I rolled, I'm going to say beyond friendly. Yeah. You guys have made a confidant. This is considered a haven city for all of you. And should any government have a issue with you or try to attack you, they will go out of their way not only to protect you with general citizens, the actual government itself will provide you protection. Essentially, you have formed an alliance here with not only the people, but the government. And at this
We're
point...
now ranked 2 in the world Arcana.
Yep. Hell yeah. And at this moment, like, looking at this, like, again, they're seeing heroes. You even see, like, a woman. Luya, you'd recognize this woman. It was the same grandmother that was... being beaten up by those thugs on the street, if you remember her. Uh-huh. She's just on her knees, like, crying. And at first it breaks your heart, but with one hand on the ground, like index finger caressing her Fuck, why am I having an aneurysm here? Her eye, duh. Like a finger caressing her eye. You just see it's out of pure joy. Like her heart is beginning to swell. You see that the community is beginning together. And you just hear her say,
I never thought I would see the day. It's been so long since we've all acted as one, thought as one.
She looks towards all of you.
I think I'm watching a legend.
And I kind of want to imagine the camera pans out. And again, like I said, there's a hole in the ceiling from where the worm burrowed. There's a little bit of rain glistening with beams of light. And that light from the ceiling is just illuminating all of your forms and just making like a silhouettes of your entire forms and outline. But yes, should you guys organize organize with nobles, or organize as a unit, or even as your own self-imposed nation, you feel like your sovereignty would be recognized by this country. Yeah, like what was the other characters thinking, doing here? I want to look one by one here. Tyler, I haven't heard from you in a while. Like again, you walked into this glory. Like you seen these other people, they did a lot of the work setting the foundation, and you just helped them with the action and the final blow to get them on the stage. What is your character thinking? What are they doing? How's he see the party?
He's, in regards to the crowd and everything going on around him, if anyone's paying attention, they can see him making a smacking sound with his lips and looking exceptionally confused while staring out at the overjoyed and ecstatic crowd before him. Almost, I say confused, but that does not begin to describe the level of just confoundedness that he is currently experiencing looking at the sight before him. And as he turns to look at the rest of you, his head cocks even farther, and you can hear a little like snap as his neck actually breaks as his head fully meets his shoulder. And somewhere deep inside his brain, there's this conversation going on that no one can hear. But it's a consideration of a different future than had been desired by both parties than before. A debate that might not end in this moment, but one that would have never begun before this moment. And then he continues to sit and stare off at the side. At the
you feel
world
a
around
tug
him.
on your pants.
Neck snaps back into place and kind of looks down.
You see smiling kid.
You're pretty cool. Can you
Neck snaps to the side again.
Can you like do that all the time?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, I can.
Whoa!
Even more confusion.
Can I do that?
And you see him just grabbing his chin and his head. Camera pants. Luya. How, like, I want to get an introspective on you, because there's a lot here. Like, considering your backstory, like, how your history was painted, how the community saw you, about people who loved you, and fostered you. Fostered as in not your parents, like a community, like fostered your growth, and how they treated you, threw you out, and considering your actual race here, like what's the emotions inside of Luya at the moment? How's she reacting to this? All of this.
I don't think it really, their reaction really reflects on her, because she doesn't really feel like a Genasi still. She still feels like herself, but she understands that maybe for someone like Galvin or Seer and Mavet, that maybe it's just it's great that they're
But-
kind of getting
Let's
out of
reel
things.
back. Let's reel back then. Taking that off the table, like it's still a significant group of people. There's hundreds of people around you. This is a crowd. This is a large gathering, and you are the focus of it. Like, how would Aluya even feel with that, like, base attention?
Probably just to let me take a step back. I need to breathe. Elbow room, people. I'm glad we're having fun.
And you walk into a hug.
Oh no, you shouldn't. Oh well.
And again, it's that
You'll
grandmother.
realize I
You
would have
did
not
so
had
good. You did so good,
Granny
dearie.
touch me. Yeah, she's just gonna drop dead from a hug. No, thank you.
You know what? That's good. You know what? No need for a check. Like, you get your bearing. She tries to hug you and just is initially confused, but again sees the static and sparks, and you see a warm smile across her face. And she says to you,
You know, dearie, since you walked into this town, I knew from my knees that you're destined for something great. I can always feel it in my knee, just like a storm.
and she smiles at you. Again, she's missing a couple teeth.
Yes, just like a storm, like the bringer of storms. If you could spread word of the great Aeolus.
This is your
that you brought
chance.
me here.
Make a performance, because you might actually start a chapter in Frostheart. This is your moment.
Boy.
Yes, people, I know Galvin was talking it up about their god, but really, come on now. What's cooler? Paint? Or like storms and, protection and chaos, but good chaos. They protect you, they save you. Embrace Aeolus and burn the flags and bring up his.
The funny part is, like, I am fairly certain the only people that paid attention were maybe half the party, depending or not, like, attention demanded. And I love that even in the heat of life and death, that offended you to the to the point of doing a dick measuring competition here. But to add on to this, like, you see that Galvin is, just like even saying to Seer, and he's very boisterous, like other people can hear him as he says, "Look at what Zathura did! It is beautiful, is it not?"
Aeolus. Oh, it's wonderful what he did. Can you see? We won thanks to him.
The body! It is beautifully painted on the ground. Look at the blood! It is lava!
Oh, look at all the lightning and the thunder and the chaos of the storm. Yes, we know. Thank you. Praise him some more, but maybe do it quietly and not get his name wrong. Thank you.
Maybe we should have a gallery. A gallery for the worm. What say ye? Make a performance. You know what? He's gonna unintentionally contest your roll. We're gonna see who gets more here.
You son of a bitch. Let's go.
What? Just remember, you have advantage on charisma checks. Galvin does not. Again, within within Frostheart with the people. What?
You said persuasion?
No, performance.
Performance.
The main reason why I'm saying a performance, although like it does sound like you're being persuasive, you're not trying to convince one person. You're talking to an entire audience here, and you need to get everyone's attention.
Guidance myself. I'm gonna make it look flashy.
All right, you're gonna have to beat an 18. Yep, 26. You see only a few people linger near Galvin. And it doesn't bother him, because again, he's not seeing this as a competition. And the people that do come are like the artists of the community. Towards you, you have young and old, like children, young men and women, ancient elves. And it seems like they're seeing the power. And I want to even imagine at this moment, again, like I said, it was raining. It's still like raining, but there is a sunlight coming through the opening. The water's coming from the hole. As it rains around you, storm clouds begin to form. And within these storm clouds, we see the pink form of an albatross as you speak his word.
Yes, Aeolus, for he is the sender of thunder and lightning, rain and winds. He is the ruler and the protector, and he can shift, if he needs to, into this beautiful albatross.
Yeah. And again, like, we see lightning. It's very slow lightning. That's the weird part. We see, but it's still quick. Of the shape of an albatross, very small, like smaller than your fingertip, as it darts across each water drop, and it's making a beautiful show. And
The big guy heard me.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, how would you like either start or end prayers for Aeolus?
Oh God, I haven't done this in a long ass time.
No, I mean, you are his devotee. You should know.
I always thank him for, and providing people with either choice they want of him, of either protecting them or empowering them, or
and that does pertain to this, because like you could easily attribute like the regional effect again from the Titan, but the regional effect you could attribute it to Aeolus like helping you on this day.
Yeah, so then my prayer would be short. Thank you, dear and mighty Aeolus, for providing me with the strength to overcome my enemies with such power.
And how do you finish the sermon? Like, what's the little tagline that you would finish, like an
Always,
amen?
Aeolus guide you.
And it echoes, and it feels like you're in a chapel. Like, again, it feels like, imagine your eyes open, bells ring, you feel like you're in a cathedral. You can see it now, made of pure ice. The vision is right before you. And to treat you on this fantasy, like you see, again, people of various ages all standing up. Or no, all taking a knee, heads down, and you hear them echo. You said praise Aeolus, or Aeolus?
It's Aeolus guide you.
Aeolus guide you. Yep. You hear them echo. Aeolus guide you, guide you, guide you, guide you. And your heart swells.
The conversion begins.
Seer. How do you react to all this attention? We know how you feel about looking people in the eyes, but how does Seer feel with everyone? I guess this would be a surreal moment. Like, you've always been on the run, you've always been hated by communities, you've always had to hide your identity, but you're stripped bare in front of these people that could easily lynch you, but they're praising you. Some maybe even praying to you. How do you feel?
Well, I have 2 steps to figuring that out. Step 1, are there any currently people that are injured? And step 2, if there is not,
There are dozens of people, like they're being brought to you. They see your touch, how you heal, and even other medics, other battle medics are just constantly running.
Reason why I'm checking is because despite all the chaos and everything, Seer very much is the mentality of my work is not done yet.
So
they're not trying to be cruel. They're very much just...
Here's the thing. One thing you noticed, none of the people being brought to you look like they've taken attacks from weapons. It seems like accidents, like explosions, debris, just unintentional damage, and these people just got hurt. Which again makes you raise an eyebrow here. It doesn't look like the centaurs came with the intention to kill or maim.
Even still, that is an important feat that, Sierra's going to have to take care of. That's the main thing. It's like everybody can be happy and cheerful, where Sierra very much just sees, look at this mess I have to clean up, basically. Their mind is very one-minded goal, but more importantly, and I think Aluya would notice this maybe importantly, is that often Sierra says, I wish to fix what's going on with the Genasi in this by bringing unity. But you could see that that's not her reveling in this moment. She could take advantage of that right now. And right, she's choosing to ignore it, instead focusing on fixing people.
God, and
And
I can just see this perfectly, like Aluya on the stage in the spotlight and you in the shadows, like doing the work.
you could think of it like that.
Hmm.
But I
I'm
will
gonna say
say,
like a young lady is who you're operating on, and you see that her arm is broken, and you just hear her crying, and she can't stop, like she can't even focus. Her arm's bent the wrong way. I can't feel my fingers. I can't move my fingers. I can't move my fingers. And she's just panicking, yelling. What do you do?
would you like me to give you the Seer answer, or would you like me to give you the actual EMT answer?
I would like for the answer that's going to fix this arm.
Well, then I'll combine them both.
There
First
you
things first, Seer looks at the arm, looks and be like,
go.
it might hurt for a moment, but it's immediately going to feel relief once I adjust this. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, pop, pop, pop. Wait, this is going to...
It's literally like it hurts, and then all suddenly it's like when it's put back into place. When you have a broken arm and you put it into anatomical position, 9 out of 10 people immediately are like, holy shit, it feels so much better, but it still hurts. And then Seer does healing by basically just start fixing things.
Yep, she's moaning, yelling. It hurts. It lingers. She's not used to this kind of pain. She's very thin and fragile. Yet you heal her and put her back in place. And, as she's... Again, the pain is so much that she keeps going in and out of consciousness because, again, like, unused to this kind of pain. See her squinting, her blurry form in her eyes, and again, the sunlight coming down overhead. See her just saying, Are you an angel? Do you say nothing?
I think in this case, they would not say too much. I think the next thing they would do is say next.
Next. All right. All right, Mega. I want to finish this off here. You're looking around. You see all of your allies in different states of revelry or, work. You see a community bonding together, and it's refreshing. It appears you're a miracle worker. Like every time you've attempted to overcome like the obstacle of systemic racism, like you end up always coming on top because you're a pretty chill dude.
He is a pretty chill dude. I would say... Well, first he'd probably get down from the height-based pedestal that he's put himself on.
I kind of want to imagine people actually.
No need to
formed
make more
around it.
announcements for the time being.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like
actually,
again,
almost
you
right.
had a really big impact, Eddie.
I'm
I
not
feel
sure
like
if
people are. I feel like people are underneath you, and as you come down, you expect to hit the floor, but you fall into people's hands.
You know, just being safe here.
Much like crowd surfing. Could you hear me at all?
I'm not sure if you said anything after.
I did.
Okay.
So as you like come down, I feel like a crowd of people has, like with your check, a crowd of people has formed around you. And as you begin to reach the ground, you land into hands and people grab you like a crowd surfing in a concert, and they bring you up and down, up and down. And yeah, your family's well known enough that it'd be known in the community. Like, I'm sure there's products by the Hayes family that's circulated into Frostheart. And you just hear people just say, Hayes, 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 Hayes. And as they're doing that, there's still that haze of the smoke of the worm behind you. So imagine people lifting you up and down and the corpse of this worm just filling the background.
Man, that's gonna be heck to clean up after. Honestly, might be stuck like that for a bit because like he's not looking to try to be forceful. It's like
Then
you know what though?
You know what? Oh, hang on. Keep whatever you have in the back pocket. If this is gonna be the case, then I got something to give you. Make me a perception check. And just for our time being, I'm not gonna fuck you guys on this. An indeterminate amount of time passes. Minimum an hour. Like, talking to people, you talk to a crowd, you're dealing with this big issue. It's not going to be resolved in seconds. Like, we'll say it takes about an hour for your speech to go through, for it to fully hit, and for everyone to do their things here.
Mm-hmm.
Seer, also make me a nature check.
Okay, I could do that. Remind me one more time with the roll one more time, just so I make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, nature.
Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you feel like something is missing here. Like you got both your allies, you got the party. You're looking around at the crowd, and you see that like guards and like people of the council. Because keep in mind this is an oligarchy. People of the council are actually making appearances at different places in town to quell the people, but thankfully with your motivation you're a big part of that. But you just feel like something is missing here, or someone is missing.
Well, I mean, like
Nature
the first
check
thing I'd
was
be thinking
20.
of is if the general has made an appearance yet.
If he has, like, no one has crowded around him and you have not seen him.
I suppose trying to again get a gauge for where everybody is. Eddie would try to contact Jolenua again.
Been an hour. Oh, hang on, let me leave it up to the dice. You call and she does not respond. Again, although you've dealt with your own dangers, whatever situation she is in is taking priority. Or she could be in a bad situation where she can't even touch it. Because I will still say, like, I mentioned this passively, but like even if you just look at the ceiling, you still see the thumps. Titan is still up. He's still walking around, and you just see that thump of the ceiling. Thump, 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 thump.
Okay, they just actually might be sheltering in place right now.
Mm.
In fact, that actually could be where the general is right now.
Yeah, it's up in the air. Like, again, It just takes time to like check these facts, but with your check, that could be theory. It could not be theory. It's just something isn't sitting right. But at the moment, you guys are spent. Like, things need to be done, things need to be said, and this community needs a direction. And as for Julenua or any other issues such as Quagmire, that just doesn't seem like a feasible thing to tackle today. And you're certain of that as you look at the main spire that connects from the base of Frostheart to the ceiling in its shattered top. It's missing just... I mentioned what the initial blast is missing about 60 feet. After the worm and everything begins to settle, you see it's missing about 100 feet of the spire. You just see an open hole from where the Pyreworm jumped out. You said you had perhaps one thing that you wanted to do, Eddie.
I would maybe like imagine that because not looking to get people doped up today. But since there already is kind of like a burning pyre, and like some people might be going over to admire it, it's like Eddie might have actually like thrown like a few of his like mushrooms into that pyre, so that there is like a light haze mixed in, and as a result, kind of passively connecting people as they're coming to like admire / take in the carcass of this burning creature.
Yeah. And you see that they're like the rescue groups are happening, things are getting settled, but you see like a group of Sea Elves going through the worm. And they are systematically like taking it apart, much like how the natives like treated their buffalo. They're taking apart everything and using it for something. It is a process and a amazing thing to see, but you gather they are used to this. And there might even be a deep seat of respect for Eddie, for these people to be able to raise these creatures and tame them. As your eyes again look towards the docks, the holes that they made for the city. Let's finish on a cliffhanger here. Yeah,
They can be
you got
cleaned up
something?
for a bit.
Yep.
I was just making a comment.
Yeah.
But at least they have the people for it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Moo. You look over this creature and watch how people are taking this creature apart. And something isn't hitting you right about these air quote worms. Like as they begin to get like a disassembled, you see that it's missing a lot of the qualities that a worm would have. In fact, I can even tell you that as they take it apart, because again, I'm not a biologist, I'm telling you the conclusion that you reach. This creature, its current stage, appears to be a larva. No worm that you know of is considered a fucking larva. We're going to end on that note. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And next session, we can have a little bit of a social interaction and talk with our new boy. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Every time he says his name, he gets interrupted.
Yep. No, hang on. Shut the hell up. We're talking about something here.
Another session, no name.
I just want to imagine literally Seer never says your name. They just say, hey, and you already know it's you.
This has been House Common Blood. The intro and outro music is Oh My Dog by Savik, and any other music and sound effects used in the episode are royalty free. Credits can be found in the episode description. Please review us on whatever podcast listening app you happen to be using, and if you like us, tell other people. Word of mouth is the best way for us to grow. Thank you for joining us. Iola Skychu.